And we are live. All right. Paint party. So we got people in here today, everyone. So I was just on Patreon sketching this out. I was looking for something else to do that I haven't really covered yet. So I was doing some kind of freehand painting out of my head, but also using a little bit of reference and also tattoo style. So we decided to do a Hannya mask. And so right now I am just kind of making refinements on it. So I don't know. We'll see where this goes. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Oh, notification. Eden's Edge Studio. Sunday night live stream. Let's see what this clown is up to.
11 people in here. What's up, everyone? If you all could give me some comments, let me know you're here. Today we are painting a Hannya mask. So I've been studying lately, trying to learn some more tattoo stuff. What's that?
I commented first.
Oh, first. But anyway, so I decided to go ahead and see what I could do with a tattoo influence design with an airbrush. And so just playing around with it. Faith is commenting. So this is all so far freehand. I actually did all of this live on Patreon. And yeah, so up until this point was 2 hours, I think, of sketching and drawing and whatnot. And now we are just making different refinements and kind of, I don't know, getting it right. Mikey Dredge, what's up? What up? You guys like the idea doing the Hannya mask?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's everybody up to? I need some comments, guys. Give me something to talk about. Dennis Scott. Watching from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Yeah, can we come? Actually, we live on beach too, but Myrtle Beach is pretty fun. I've never been to Myrtle Beach. I've been to South Carolina, never been over to the beach area. Just the mountains. We are in Florida right now, so we got a beach. We still have the beach, except our beach right now. So my buddy came in town this weekend to have fun with us at the beach.
There's no beach.
There's no beach. There's a hurricane that's making it rain every day. So I feel bad. He's all the way here, and everything is just water. Oh, Mike, yeah, the first 2 hours were on Patreon. So, yeah, sorry about that.
Finger waves.
Yeah, we're working on them finger waves today.
Are finger waves different than jazz hands?
Yeah. Jazz hands are wider.
And finger waves are water?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the water here is normally like really calm and really flat, but because the hurricane stuff going on, there was people out surfing here on the Gulf Coast. It's pretty wild. So again, if you guys are just tuning in, I'm going for like kind of a tattoo style. Well, not kind of a tattoo style. I'm straight up going for a tattoo style. Kind of. This was just kind of a impromptu idea. We did a live stream earlier, and I was like, man, I've been needing an excuse to paint a Hannya mask, so here we are. So I'm using very minimal reference. I just kind of referenced to make sure I had all the right parts, I guess. And now everything's just coming from the dome. Yes, Faith is in the background, goofing off. And I got my buddy Brady in town, and Alex is here. And Alex just being Alex.
Just Alex. I'm gonna start calling him just Alex.
Just Alex. So Alex is our apprentice here at the tattoo shop, and he just started actually tattooing on skin. So we just put up on our website or on Instagram that he's gonna do some free tats, and he's lined up. He's gonna be busy.
So what? Go ahead, say it.
He's scared. Though I'll be here to help him through. He tattooed my buddy Brady the other day. Did a really good job. Dude, I was babysitting.
It turned out great.
Yeah.
It's a little orange.
He just did a little orange.
It's brown now.
Yeah.
It's moldy.
I really almost want to redress it before I leave.
Is that a golden Iwata? That is a golden Iwata. Look at that. So I don't know if you were here for the last stream,
That's a
but
real flex, man.
this gold Iwata.
Yeah, you're flexing on everyone right now.
Yeah, because I'm the only one with one.
I know.
Um,
The entire world.
I don't know if somebody else gold plated their Iwata. I don't know, but yeah, I was painting this lowrider a few weeks ago, and the guy that owns the lowrider was gold plating all the parts of his lowrider at the same time, and I was like, hey, you think you could gold plate my Iwata?
Oh, that's how you got that?
Yeah, and he gold plated it for me.
That's pretty cool.
So it's kind of a big deal, you know?
Is it actual gold?
Yeah, it is actual gold.
Like 14
Like-
karat.
I don't know how many carats are involved, but it's actual gold. What? So all this blue shift stuff you guys are seeing, don't worry about it. I'm fixing it as I go.
Blue shift.
Blue shift, yeah.
To help bring out your whites, or
Well, when you put white on top of a dark surface, it shifts to blue and it muddies things up. But I fixed that later. So everything that I keep going white and it's shifting around and making a kind of a unattractive shift,
yeah,
I fixed that afterward.
right on.
Got that blue shift going, you know.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be okay.
I worked with this guy, and he in air conditioning, and he was telling me about how smart his apprentice was. I said, "Oh yeah, he was real smart." He was like, "Yeah, I taught him everything he knew. He was a genius."
I am a genius.
Alex is a genius. Comments. Let's see some comments, people. What are y'all up to? Are you digging the Hannya mask tonight? What's up, everybody? Up in the live stream. So, if y'all want to see, like, so I these finger waves, there's a guy named Jeff Gogwe who explains finger waves excellently, and that's how I learned to do them. I did them before. Like, finger waves are something it's easy to make them look stupid. Stupid's a bad word. To not do them correctly. And so maybe I am. Maybe mine look bad. I don't know. I think they look all right. But
They look like finger waves.
my old finger waves were terrible. They were terrible.
It's amazing how simple they look and yet how hard they are to pull off.
Yeah, I know. It's easy to make these look terrible.
It really is. A lot of that goes with what you were saying earlier, like using reference instead of just drawing what you think your brain sees and using what your eyes see.
Yeah, I try to. Well, I like to study like other people's theory and see how that kind of like sinks in and how my brain kind of
Yeah.
takes it in, what I can do with it.
Well, and like with something like finger waves, there's tons of, not just in tattoo, but traditional artwork, there's tons of reference out there to see how they're done. And if you aren't practiced at them, they're really easy to screw up.
Yeah, like me when I first started doing this. Mine were like, I had this idea of what I thought they should look like, and then, yeah, I was bad. So when I go back and I look at my old artwork, I'm just like, ew,
Yeah.
gross.
Hey, Ryan's phone was at the shop.
What was it?
Cool, man.
Just in case.
We found it.
Nobody text Alex.
Call me, man.
What's up, Danny Reed?
I turn off notifications.
What paint are we using today? We are, okay, so
Everything.
I'm using, everybody's goofing in the background. I'm using Tim Gore's Bloodline series. It's called 5045 Bloodline Decay. So it's all I'm using is this, white and black. And I've never used this before. I'm just playing with it today. So, yeah, I'm just kind of experimenting with different values. I started all the sketch was done with just Bloodline Decay. I barely added black so I could get that kind of like tattoo look, you know. And I'm still playing with it. I'm probably gonna add color. I don't know. Maybe I might finish this one completely. I haven't finished a painting in I can't tell you how long. Dennis says he wants to try airbrushing filigree. Have I done any and how hard is it? I have done it many, 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 many times, and it is hard if you don't understand theory. So Mondo, my buddy Mondo,
I know you're not asking.
he has
No, I get it.
guys. I'm explaining.
Oh, yeah.
These guys are talking in the background. But my buddy Mondo is going to come and do a demonstration with us at some point. He understands filigree. In fact, let me show you what Mondo did as far as filigree is concerned. Be right back. So this is an old painting that Mondo and I started and we haven't finished yet, and it's been damaged, but I'll finish it one day. Will it fit in here? Maybe sideways? Yeah. Hold on.
Go ahead,
Try to show that
Show it
filigree.
again. Come on.
No, it'll be there.
What area are you showing?
Oh, this filigree. Is it showing up on screen?
Somewhere.
So, this is all freehand filigree done in the same way. So my buddy Mondo, Art by Mondo, if you haven't heard of him, he does all of this out of his head. He's studied theory. Is it Art by Mondo? No, Mondo Chromatic on Instagram. Mondo Chromatic. Yeah, I've been trying to study, but he's got me so intimidated by it because he's so good. But when Mondo comes to visit, we are going to do a live stream with just us. There, you got it in stream. You got it there. So this was a collaboration. I did the face and I did the rose, and then Mondo came in and he started sketching out all of the filigree shapes. And when he comes back to town, which he was supposed to have already been here, but with the coronavirus and all that nonsense, it Carol Baskined it. Yeah. So he'll be back. When he does come, we're gonna do that and do a little something on filigree. Tattoo influences. My influence today, I'm actually getting from this book. I don't know. I can't read it. What is it?
I don't know the author.
So this is the author,
I just got it off.
I guess. Yeah.
That's an awesome color. I like those koi.
Yeah, I want to do some koi too. So look, his finger wave. See, now mine look boring after looking at his finger waves.
Koi fish, and I never got one of my own.
So I'm trying to take influences outside of airbrushing. So this book is something I really am trying to study. In fact, now I think my finger waves are terrible. Look at this. It's beautiful. But I've been loosely looking at the book. So I'm trying to I'm trying to paint out of my head right now. And so I'm trying not to look too much at references. So I'll just pull this book up every once in a while and just skim it real quick and then put it down. So like here's some Hannya masks here, some really cool stuff. And so this is kind of where I'm pulling from today. You know, here's a Hannya mask, here's a Hannya mask.
You know how you found that book?
Alex got this book.
On eBay?
Yeah.
eBay? Yeah, I don't even know how to tell you where it came from because there's no English in it. Yeah. Good stuff right there.
Just type in tattoos.
So George Voigt, he says he's only been airbrushing for the last 2 months of lockdown time. No matter how much he practiced. By the way, 2 months is not how much I practiced yet. Let me finish. I can't seem to get straight lines. Okay. Straight lines can be done if you don't need to sit there and loosely get a straight line by just simply like that. I mean, I can't get straight lines either. But yeah, that's not a straight line. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't get down on that. You can fake it. So what I do to get straight lines is like, let's see the back of this ear. Like, see, I just kind of sketch it out really slowly. And that's muscle memory that you're going to have to just achieve with time. I've been airbrushing now for over 10 years, maybe more, I don't know. And, no, more than 10 years. I've been airbrushing for 12 years. And so my muscle memory is there. I got it. I don't have the fatigue or whatever that comes with it. So you're only 2 months in. Don't get discouraged or anything like that. Just keep at it, and over time you just kind of, it gets easier. Dennis Scott, thank you. Danny Reed, he was going to ask if I painted the face. This face? Oh, yeah. Oh, and the other one. Yeah, I painted the face, yeah. What was Mondo's Instagram? Mondo was Mondo Chromatic. MANDOCHRO Matic. MATIC. Something like that.
That was pretty good, Ryan.
Did I get it?
That's really good.
Thank you. I got it.
I'm so proud of you.
I spelled good. So now I'm just kind of adding texture and style as I go. I'm not really married to anything that I do. I'm not committed to any move that I've made. I just kind of, I let it kind of evolve as I go.
Easy sheet.
Does your face hurt? Oh.
It's cute. You.
Yeah.
Don't worry, man. I've heard that one so many times.
It never works anymore, but sometimes.
Dennis Scott says, "Isop hell gooder." Well, good, gooder. Gooder. Hooked on Pahonix. So I haven't really decided how I want to attack the texture in this horn yet. Guess we'll.
Mask, it should be kind of smoothish, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but that's boring. Smooth is boring.
Right? I was gonna ask if you just stepped on a cat.
Whatever you did sound like you had.
It sounded like you stepped on a cat.
It sounded like
So again, we were talking about paint, weren't we? Today, I'm using the Createx Bloodline, and I've got a little 4030 in there from Createx as well. That helps me smooth it out. It kind of balances out my paint, and then I'm using the 4012 reducer, just to kind of get everything balanced out. It's all freehand right now. It's probably obvious to see at this point in the painting. Very transparent. Layers. I probably already have 4 layers in it. Something like that.
Onions have layers.
Onions have layers. So does Shrek. Shrek has
Ogres
layers.
have layers. Donkeys have layers.
Do they really?
Yeah. Not. Actually, that's the joke. They don't.
So Dennis says, are my triggers square? This trigger is square on my Micron, but on my Golden Eclipse it is round trigger. So I went and got this trigger special ordered from Iwata, and then this is the stock trigger. Have I ever thought about selling any of these pieces from my live stream? Mike LaValle used to do it. I'd sell this one, I guess, if anyone wanted it. I'm hoping to go ahead and finish this one tonight. This one I actually did on something of quality. It's clayboard. Yeah. So I painted on clayboard today. All my other paintings, like this one underneath it, I did on... let's see, this is our tattoo form. So I did this one on, it's just poster board, so it's not like I could really sell it. You know, it's kind of whatever.
Hey, you can frame anything, man.
This one, if you guys missed it, was a caricature that I started and then never finished. So maybe I will never finish it. Now it's just like my spray out paper. What do I got underneath it?
Pretty damn cool.
Nothing underneath it. Oh, this board I'm saving for a portrait that I'm about to do. I'm going to do a memorial portrait on this one. That's what it's sitting there for, but I haven't gotten around to that yet. So is everybody having a good time? It's a paint party, man.
Yeah.
Except this time I'm doing it without alcohol, so it's a sober paint party.
Man, maybe you should change that. You want a chocolate covered cherry?
Do you have a chocolate covered cherry?
In fact, I do.
Yeah, why not?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so we live next to these breweries that make the best beers I've ever had, ever. And Faith and I have been all over the country, and I can say that I've never had a beer so delicious as this beer next to us it's called the Chocolate Covered Cherry. It's so good.
that rainbow beer was really good.
Which one?
The one
Oh, Reboot has some really good beer. So there's a bar called Reboot in our neighborhood. It's one of those arcade bars, and they've got a beer there that's fantastic. Pretty much. So, like I said, my buddy's in town. He wanted to come enjoy the water with us. My buddy from college, we went to art school together. And yeah, so far all we've been able to do is watch it rain
Yeah.
and get stuck in the rain.
Now that one beer they had that well you didn't try it, the chocolate vanilla coconut milk stout,
Yeah.
dude.
Mm.
Dude,
Mm.
Faith had it.
Good stuff.
It was like dessert.
Danny Reed, what's up? Easy airbrush again. Hold on, let me clean my table so I can actually do something here. If you guys ever come to Florida, first of all, you should come get a tattoo from me if you come to Dunedin, Florida. But also, you should go to these local breweries. I'm telling you, they're delicious. He says, tell us more about how creativity works. I talked in some of the live streams, and it got me thinking a lot. Okay, I'll tell you how I do creativity. First of all, I don't think I can think myself into creativity. Like, I can't just go good idea, good idea. I can't get them like that. I have to feed off of something and bounce off something. So there's two different ways I do it. One is through conversation. So if I'm like dealing with a client and I can't paint and talk at the same time, sorry. If I'm dealing with a client and I like to listen to what their input is, and it starts my brain churning, and I just kind of let that happen. I let whatever thoughts come to me happen. But it's like if you guys read a book, if you read a book, you kind of paint your own picture of what's going on in your head that might be different from what the author intended. And if you understand that that's your creativity at work, then you can submit yourself to it or be open to it. Another way that I do it is I call it cloud theory personally. I know that I got it from my girlfriend who got it from somewhere else. But the way that I think about it is if you look at a cloud, and let's say you see a dog in the cloud, or you see your grandparents in the cloud, or you see, whatever, you see a shape in a cloud. Well, that's your brain being creative. That's you looking at a cloud and you decided that was a dog, or that's like, you might see an elephant up on its hind legs, but it's got like, tentacles instead of tusks or something like that. If that's what you see, that's your creativity. And if you could submit yourself to those ideas and understand that that's your creativity at work, that's kind of the theory behind what I think creativity is reacting instead of trying to trying to make sense of it, like if I'm painting something, I'm reactive. Like I scribble and I let the scribbles talk to me instead of trying to force them into something else. It's kind of being submissive to the process. Anyway, that's my idea of creativity, I guess.
It's also, if I could, it's also.
Brady's got some thoughts.
It also, just start and then.
Oh yeah.
Try something.
Yeah, just start moving.
Just try something new.
Yeah. If you like find yourself like with like writer's block or something like that, just start moving your hands. Just start painting and let the process just happen organically. If you sit there and stare at the panel or stare at your artwork, it's not going to get you anywhere.
Now with that attitude, it's not.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it too, though. Like attitude.
Yeah. Submissive.
Just let it go. Let it go.
And then you kind of usher those ideas. So as those ideas come, all you're kind of doing is nudging them in the right direction. Oh, we got a $10 super chat. Thank you, Gorilla Kid. Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
Thanks so much. We really appreciate that. So for those of you that don't know what Super Chat is, a lot of people do, but if you don't know, it's a tip system. So basically, built into YouTube now, you can tip. So if you're enjoying what we're doing and we're having a good time, then it helps us, and it it keeps us coming back. Let's see. Gorilla says something up here. Oh, thanks, Gorilla. So Gorilla's saying get the likes up. Yeah, everybody like it. Like the thing. Get this. I don't know. Let's get this party going, man. You guys will help. The more everyone likes, then YouTube shares it more, and we get this party moving. Thanks, Gorilla. But yeah, I'm happy to paint for you guys. Happy to do it. We're trying to do it every Sunday right now, and then as we kind of gain momentum and popularity. So right now I'm in my tattoo studio, and we're designing our tattoo studio around being able to do this more. So I tattoo during the week, just like a normal tattoo studio. And then on the weekends, like with my Sundays or extra time, I can live stream and have these paint parties, share my ideas, encourage people to get into airbrushing or even just drawing. You don't have to airbrush. I mean, I think the things we talk about are universal. Even my paint style, it's not quote unquote airbrush style. I kind of do my regular artwork. Yeah, thanks again, Gorilla. But I kind of do my own regular. The creativity, or what is it? The process is universal. Sorry, I kind of got lost in my thought there.
Okay, it happened.
Yeah. That's one of the only thing that hard about doing these live streams is that you kind of get like lost in your head. Especially when you're painting at the same time. Sometimes doing these live streams can feel like trying to have a conversation in a crowded room.
What did you say? Yeah, I just got on there. Leave a like. Smash that like button and I hit subscribe.
That's right.
Smash that like button.
Don't forget to like that smash button.
Like the smash button.
So what's everybody up to tonight? Did you guys have a good weekend? Are you getting hit by the hurricane? Hopefully not. We are getting the. Is it a full hurricane or is it
No,
a?
we're getting the finger waves of it.
We're just getting the finger waves of it.
He was hitting
It's over New Orleans.
So New Orleans, Louisiana, you guys be safe. I guess you guys are getting. Is it a full hurricane or is it like a tropical depression?
I think it's somewhere in between.
Yeah, they're gonna get blasted. We've got all the beginning rain from you guys. We got the just storms, really. Just a lot of rain. Our beaches are flooded, which is probably a good thing since nobody wants to abide by the coronavirus rules.
Coronavirus is over.
Oh yeah.
They decided to go ahead and stop it.
Yeah, they took it back.
Yeah. Said, oh, well, that didn't work. He takes these backsies.
Got 30 people in here. What's up, everybody? Give us a like it, subscribe it.
Yeah.
I hate saying that. It seems like a plea,
You know,
like a
honestly,
beg.
You have to, though, because, most everybody I watch on YouTube, if I'm really digging it, I'm into what they're watching. And then they
You
say
don't
it,
think to do it?
I don't think to do it.
Yeah.
And so then they say it, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
I think
shoot.
I will. It is free, so.
Yeah, I never think to do it either. But then I also feel like, don't tell me what to do.
Right? Don't ever tell me how to live my life.
I don't want your life. See, Brady's from Texas, so he's got that.
Yep.
Like, share, subscribe. George Voigt. No hurricanes up here in the Fox Valley of Wisconsin. Yeah, I don't think so. Just 74-degree weather. Oh, poor you.
I think we'd have bigger problems if there was a hurricane in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Bigger than we have now.
Yeah. Oh, somebody, are you actually recovering from the virus? Well, it's good that you're recovering. Good on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is real.
We have had some friends of friends and those sorts of things that didn't recover, so good for you. Cutting finger waves for airbrushing right now? Are you cutting them with a stencil? We don't. You don't need all that.
That's a no-no. No, you do whatever works. If it works, it's not stupid.
Oh yeah. I'm giving you a hard time. You get it done however you need to get it done. Let's see, Travis Wilson. It was rough yesterday on the East Coast. A few tornadoes. Oh wow, but not as bad as a hurricane. Are you on the East Coast of Florida or East Coast, like East Coast? I guess it's all the same coast, right? The Gulf side. Yeah, we had a tornado.
Yeah. We got the warning and jumped in the truck and went on a rescue mission.
See, we're from Oklahoma, so tornado warnings are it's like normal for us. But Florida got a tornado warning yesterday.
Like in Texas too. Like even I give one a tornado warning. Like yeah, but not me.
Yeah,
What? I don't mean to stereotype myself as Oklahoman, but like.
You are an
like,
Oklahoman.
Go outside and like look.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
make sure.
And it's like,
well, Faith and I have to be extra careful because we do the trailer life now. We live in our giant 40-foot RV, and it's not very safe. Our cats especially, they live in it. And so when we hear about tornadoes or bad weather, we go and we protect our kittens. Oh, someone's in Scotland. Man, that's definitely a place we want to visit.
Talk about doing
So
it.
that's Faith's bucket list: Scotland and Ireland, all those lands.
So I read that Dunedin, where you guys are,
Yeah.
is a
Scottish.
term for the town of Edinburgh.
Is it?
That's how they pronounce
So,
Edinburgh.
So Dunedin, where we live in Florida,
Something
is
like
a
Yeah.
Scottish influenced town. So there's actually like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they play bagpipes.
Yeah, they play bagpipes here at night.
on the parades, there's always like several groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiger says they're very expensive. You can't mess them up. I'd use your word, but I'll use it later. I don't want to use it all the time. Oh yeah, he's in Florida. Oh, okay, cool. Neighbors. Nothing in New Jersey right now. Across the state. What's up, Zombie Monkey?
Kick-ass name.
Everything is well. Yeah. I have a hard time reading the names too, because especially like, I don't know. I don't think good. My brain don't work good. I think it's all the paint fumes I had when I was a kid growing up in the body shop.
Yeah, it's probably it.
That's it. Let's blame it on that.
No, it's so like you talk about tattoo brain. It's also art brain too.
Yeah, where you can't really think straight when you're it's
Just
kind of
get
like
so focused.
I always wonder, like, you know how you get those drummers that can drum and sing at the same time?
That's
Like
That's
Anderson
another level.
.Paak.
Yeah, that's kind of what doing these streams kind of feel like to me.
Dave Grohl.
Yeah, it's like trying to drum and sing at the same time. I think. I'm not a drummer. And I'm not a singer. But I assume all those things are similar.
Here goes some some shoes.
Thanks, Gorilla. Man, Gorilla's hooking it up on the support right now. Thank you, guys. Yeah, support the channel. This is something that we just got back into doing after many, many years. And the super chats and the subscriptions and the likes, all that stuff helps. It helps us to continue to do this. Every week I'm going to do a different painting. Sometimes I work on ongoing paintings. Yeah, just help support the channel. This week it's just me kind of playing around with some tattoo themes, obviously. This is a very like impromptu idea. It's just like I sat down to stream earlier today and I was like, you know what, I'll do a Hannya mask. And I definitely need some practice with this stuff.
What's the exact name of this mask?
Oh, I don't know.
No, not this mask. The style. You said
Hannya.
Hannya. Okay.
Hanya.
It kind of. It almost
Or
sounded
Hanya, yeah.
it almost sounded like Honda.
Honda mask?
Yeah.
No,
I know
Hannya.
There's several different styles of Japanese masks.
Right. This is... I mean, I don't like to speak on the culture or the lore because I would butcher it, and I think that's disrespectful, so I just kind of play with it.
It's a type.
Yeah. I have read about it before, but so I understand it, but I don't want to like repeat try to. It's like if I were to talk about
that from memory.
Yeah, like here, let me go ahead and act like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Like some people,
Yeah. I don't want to offend anyone. Or I don't like to what's the word, like disrespect anyone's culture. Oh, Tiger says Hannya, Hanyya, is a jealous woman in the Japanese. Oh, so Tiger knows.
Oh.
Tiger's gonna explain it. You do that. Do the explaining.
Well, see, that's awesome. Great resource.
Yeah, I just barely started learning about this stuff when I started tattooing. I didn't know really anything about it a few years ago, and as I started tattooing, as you know, like doing these types of things kind of go along with it, and so I just started barely trying to educate myself on it.
That's super interesting. That it's not just a stylized mask. It's
Oh no, there's nothing in
certain type of person.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't talk on these types of things because everything has a meaning. Everything has a lore that goes with it.
Oh yeah.
And I tried learning about it, and it's just so much. It's like it's a whole other culture. It's a whole other thing. I have a friend back at our old tattoo shop named Hank, and that's his big obsession. And he spends a lot of time. Well, he spent a lot of time explaining it to me, but I'm trying to learn it myself. Like when we take road trips and stuff, I sometimes will listen to like podcasts and things, trying to learn it. Because I don't like to. Well, I mean, I'm painting this, but I don't like to do things. I don't like to like butcher anyone's culture, disrespect it. Tiger says Japanese tattoos have great themes and history and very in depth. I agree. I'm just barely learning it.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So if you're just in, I'm getting a lot of. So obviously in tattoos, you learn a lot. Like I just barely learned what this even was like a few years ago, but I've been studying. From this book is actually a really good one, and I can't even read it. So
Good thing there's not many words.
yeah, see, I don't even know what side's up, right side up. But is it this way? Anyway, there's so many great references in this book. Our apprentice found this on Amazon. Like, look at that freaking dragon.
He said eBay.
eBay?
He said he just typed in like Japanese tattoo designs or something generic like that and found it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's telling you to come to Scotland.
Oh, I would love to come to Scotland. But yeah, look at this dragon. Isn't that dope? That's just sick.
Steve Driscoll, I've heard that name before.
Steve Driscoll. He was an airbrush artist. I actually knew him. He passed away.
And that's how I've heard that name.
Oh yeah. Passed away some years ago. Let's see. So he says, make sure to come, Scotland. I used to speak to Steve Driscoll a bit through Facebook, and we spoke about him coming over once his daughter was better, but never made it, sadly. Yeah. I mean, I would love to come to Scotland. Like, if we could ever make it work financially and maybe there was the right tattoo convention plus, all the right circumstances, we would definitely love to come. And I know Faith really wants to.
Get a guest spot.
Yeah, Gorilla is being a cheerleader here, man. Yeah, everybody, support with the likes.
After you get the basics down, Ryan, what would be a good site to go to and hone your skill as an airbrush artist? That's a big question.
So he's saying what now?
He says, what would be a good site to go into to hone your skill as an airbrush artist?
You mean like for profession?
Well, he doesn't specify. He just says hone your skill, but maybe
As a profession,
maybe like what route should you take to become better?
I think becoming a t-shirt artist is probably a great way to hone your skills.
Cranking them out.
Yeah, because you have to do it at such high volume. But I think it can be equal parts kind of dangerous because it also makes you like neglect the details. But if you really want to just get that trigger control down, like doing t-shirts in like a highly populated area is probably pretty good. I learned by painting cars and motorcycles. I say just doing it and making that money however you can. Yeah, I think that answers your question. I don't know of a specific field. Like I know that there's a good market for painting prosthetics. So basically doing tattoos on prosthetics. That's a good market for airbrushing.
Not to mention, that's really cool too.
Airbrushing shoes is really hot right now.
It is.
That's a really great way to make some money. Shout out to Liquid Kicks. That's a good resource if you want to paint shoes. LK shoes. Let's see, what
Is
else?
that the one you were talking about that has the flexible
Yeah.
clears and
So,
paints? And
yeah, and actually he's going to be in town, I think in a few months, but Liquid Kicks, if you're not familiar, they make clear that pretty much makes your shoes indestructible. So if you've ever painted shoes before and you've noticed that they're brittle, yeah, and they fall apart, Liquid Kicks is where you want to go. They have the right paint for you so that it lasts forever.
But you should also mention like maybe becoming a t-shirt artist may not be where you want to go. So that's why I said that's a big question.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. I mean, there's a million different avenues. Like,
Depends on what you like painting.
yeah, like I started painting motorcycles. That's how I got started. I didn't even have the idea that I wanted to be an airbrush artist. That's what you use to paint motorcycles. All right, Grilla with the $5. Thank you, Super Chat. Grilla's on it today, man. Thanks, buddy.
I just bought you a beer.
Yeah, you just bought my beer. Thank you. My chocolate covered cherry here. Leo said that answered his question. Good. Anyone else with any questions like that? I got answers, I think. Sometimes.
But only sometimes, so good luck. Not really. Ooh, a fat boy tank.
Oh, a fat boy tank.
Man.
Is that for practice? What you could do for practice? If you go to into some of my older videos, I always did portraits if I could get away with it. Like pinups are really great, but if you're worried about it, like if you want a safe topic, maybe some skulls. Skulls are universal. Everyone always likes skulls, especially in the motorcycle business. Skulls, fire, that sort of thing. But if you want to get creative, I always like to take influence from some of the old like 50s styling, whether it be pinups or whether it be just Art Deco styling. There's a million. Yeah.
I love Art Deco, but then, you know, you can take like other shapes. Wings flow super great.
Oh yeah, doing
on
some wings. Yeah. Wings on tanks, that sort of
It's
thing.
like they're made to be put on tanks, you know?
That used to be my go-to. I always put wings on tanks. Leo with the super chat. Another beer. Thank you, Leo. He's gonna get us drunk.
Golly, man. Well, it's already 10, so no more chocolate covered cherry.
No more chocolate covered cherry. This is my first beer, by the way. I'm totally sober. So, but maybe not later. Let's see. So, Leon Artistry says he dabbled with shirts, and there isn't a huge market here. However, what do you say? I think I'd hang myself about a. What is this?
Disney Princess 584? Is that a cruise ship?
I don't know. Maybe that's.
Disney Princess? Isn't that like a cruise ship?
I don't know.
I have no idea. Can you elaborate?
Tip size and PSI. Right now I'm using the Iwata Micron. I do not know what their tip size are. I just use the CMC. So if you look up Iwata CM-C, it's a Micron airbrush, very expensive. That's what I'm spraying. And then what was the other question? PSI. My PSI is sitting at about 20. I always sit my PSI just somewhere above 20, unless I'm doing like really intricate stuff. But really, like, so in tattoos, I always say like,
He's saying he'd hang himself after doing so many.
oh, after doing so many Disney. You know what? Anything repetitive, you're gonna start to hate it.
That's right. You're gonna bang your head against the wall.
Yeah,
Because it takes all the fun out of everything.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what he was saying. Like, if you want to just learn and make a little bit of money, t-shirts is probably a good place, but you will get burnout likely. Yeah, after doing so many, yeah, I can see that. I mean, everyone gets burnout. Either that or people just grow comfortable in where they are, and some people really, really like doing things like that. I personally, I get burnt out anytime I do the same thing twice. That's why I'm playing with this style instead of doing a portrait or whatever else, you know, because I like to challenge myself. Like, do a style that I really don't ever really mess with. One cool thing about this style is you don't have to have any sort of, like, what's the word? Like, perfection. There's no need for perfection.
What?
What was that, Alex? Psych. There's no need for perfection, but there is.
Well, for me, perfection is making sure every little bit of it lines up and everything's facing the right way and it's perfect. But I mean, you can perfect it as far as being happy with it.
Same tone throughout the piece, or it's not the same tone.
But your proportions don't need to be
Nothing-
absolute.
Nothing's heavier than it should be. Nothing's lighter than it should be.
Yeah. Like if I was doing a portrait right now, I couldn't get away with as much as I'm getting away with here.
It's kind of what makes it fun.
Yeah, that's why it's a playful piece. Like a nice, I don't know, nice break from the other stuff that I do.
Ooh, this is a good question because I know that I have done this.
Okay.
Have you ever sharpened your needles?
Yes.
Not with sharpened air. If so,
Yes.
how?
Okay, so let me show you. I'm not gonna. Okay, if you mess up your needle, little disclaimer. Don't blame me. Okay, but here's how I do it.
Also, too, Trent's gonna get you
Trent, why?
if you're gonna do what I know.
Oh no, I used to sharpen. No, I can't anymore because my dentist would kill me, which is also a good friend of mine.
Your dentist?
Yeah,
You have a dentist?
yeah, he's also a good best buddy.
Oh, okay.
But so I used to sharpen my needles with my teeth. So I would take my needle.
Holy crap.
I would take my needle and I would twist it and I would twist it between my teeth and straighten it that way. But
Wow.
but let me show you the other way.
The enamel.
I don't know. It was what every time somebody saw me do it, they would flip shit.
Mondo didn't know
Well, yeah.
what you were doing. He was like, "Are you making?"
I would take the airbrush like this
Well,
and I start chewing it and I'd start sharpen it. But another way that you
just
do it.
straight making out with your airbrush.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
That's how you get good at airbrush. Right?
Yeah. So the other way you can do
You
it.
gotta kiss it.
The other way you can do it is if you take the needle. Now again, this is you're gonna have to get a needle that you can sacrifice because it's gonna take a minute to learn it. So you take this piece off, assuming yours isn't gold plated. You take out the needle bar.
Sorry. Not to flex again.
Yeah. You take out the needle bar. And then what you'll do is you'll take the needle and you'll take the broad side of this on glass and you'll roll the needle and you'll roll this back and forth on the needle and you massage out the burr. That's how I used to do it.
I'm gonna tell you how I used to do it.
Oh, you used to straighten your needles too?
Well, not straighten them. That's something different. But say you, I don't know, had the needle out and you drop it if you're
Right.
assembling it or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
And you get a little barb on the end.
Right, yeah.
So I would take not too rough because like sandpaper.
Yep.
All you're doing is removing material.
Right.
You're
Oh, so you would sand it
you're
out?
affecting the way that needle seats
Yeah.
in there. But I would use at the very roughest like 500, depending on the burr.
Yeah.
But typically like 2,000 grit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done it with my fingertips, just twisting it back and forth in a folded up piece of super fine sandpaper. One time I chucked it up in my drill and
Oh yeah, I've
twisted
seen
it
people do
around
that.
and
I've seen.
used it between my
Yeah,
fingers.
yeah.
But honestly, that was a little bit sketch.
You can take it and you can pin it into a drill and you take it sideways and you basically run it, long way and you can.
And just pinch the tip, and just to straighten out that burr.
Yeah. I don't do it like that
Only if
anymore.
there was a burr.
I think sharpen air is the best way to fix your needle, to be honest. Like, I don't even mess with it anymore. I just buy a new needle. Let's see. We got a lot of things going on.
Yeah,
Let's
okay. There's not a.
find me some stuff to read, Brady.
Alright, so there isn't a set reduction, but what do you normally run? Still new to the brush world, been doing it for 6 months. A set reduction.
So, are you talking about how much do I reduce my paint?
Can't tell by the context.
So, I think he's asking for a standard reduction like value, which
Might be.
you start at 50% and you go more. So I always reduce my paint. A lot of times my paint is reduced about 80%. But here's the thing. If you add a lot of reducer to your paint, which feel free to do, you want to add reducer so much so that you almost break it sometimes. If you paint the way that I do. Now, if you paint t-shirts, you don't need to do that. But if you paint like I do on non-porous surfaces, I kind of add the reducer first, and I add the paint until I get the transparency that I'm after. Once I've reached the transparency that I'm after, like the opacity, then what I'll do is I'll add a little bit of 40-30 to it. So what 40-30 does is it gives it back its body, because if it's mostly reducer and just a little bit of pigment, then it's not going to have any glue to it. It's not going to work right. So if you add a little bit of this balancing clear, which is the 40-30, it'll flow smoother and to the opacity that you want.
So it makes it more homogeneous instead of.
It just the 40-30 can carry the pigment a lot better. Think of it like the pigment. It's got a thicker viscosity, I guess.
So it thickens it back up to where it should be.
Yeah, it thickens it to spray
pigment
it
saturation.
cleanly, but you get the transparency. It makes it smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dennis Scott says that gold brush is awesome.
Thank you. Hey, if you guys, if there's enough people that want these gold brushes, Shane, the guy that did it for me, said he would be happy to do it. In fact, he lives pretty close to Iwata's like home base, their headquarters, and he could possibly even go get you a brand new Iwata parts, gold plate them, take them back to Iwata, and then you'd have to buy them through the proper sources. Like maybe if you guys want to do it through Coast Airbrush or something, but if you want to send your own airbrush in to him, I guess contact me and we'll see if we can get you in touch with him. I don't want to like give out of his information if he doesn't want to, but he did tell me when he gold plated mine that he'd be willing to do it for other people too. And look how cool it is.
It's also gold.
It's
So-
gold.
So there's that.
Yeah.
I love gold.
I guess I should paint some, huh? Can't talk the whole time.
Yeah, you do have a painting to work on.
Mm-hmm. So the guy you're hearing in the background, that's Brady. He's my buddy from art college. We went to art school together, and like I said, he came to visit and womp womp.
I'm not famous like Ryan is. I'm a dad now.
Yeah, he's a dad.
But I used to party. I used to do art things.
I used to art and stuff.
Yeah, I used to art. It's really hard to art around kids.
Why?
Well, because like they bump your hands and stuff.
Do you guys agree with Brady there? He said it's hard to do art around children.
At least my kids. Other people might have better kids. My kids are all up in my business. It's like dad, dad, dad every 3 seconds or so. I hope that's what that means. You used to love me? Oh, okay. Any more questions?
Everybody just hanging out. We got 32 people in. Man, you guys said there was like 200 and some people last week. I was like, what the? Well, how that happened? So what do you guys think? Should we do another paint party? Like last time, did you guys have a good time during our last paint party? And if we do another paint party, what should be like the topic? Like what should we do? We got to have a subject. Dennis Scott says, get them a big sketchbook and a crayon and let them start their own designs. Brady.
Say what now?
He said, get them a big sketchbook and a crayon and let them start their own designs.
Oh, I would love it. My 5-year-old, he just graduated from rainbows to people, I guess,
Yeah?
which is pretty cool. So we're definitely encouraging that ability, and he really enjoys it. And that's probably about when I started to kind of blossom as being artistically
Incline.
able.
Yeah.
5 to 7 ish,
Yeah.
and my parents always encouraged it, which made me want to do it more. So I'm hoping that he can develop that ability as well. If he can, he can, you know. But I think he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I think being creative and artsy kind of runs in your blood. Like if one person is, it's likely that others are too.
There's so many people in my family. What's funny is like everybody knows me for being
The artist.
the artist in the family, but there's so many other people, even my grandmother and her sister and my other grandmother, even on my mom's side of the family, like there's probably at least 6 artists, good artists in my immediate family, and I'm the only one that's been
To art school.
trained.
Yeah.
But they're all good.
I think. Well, my brother, he's an artist. My brother's a professional artist, but he does it. He works for a magazine.
Okay.
He does graphic design.
Yeah, I know a little bit about that.
So
Oh,
we got someone from
Argentina.
Argentina.
Man.
Oh wait, Alex had to read it for us. Best wishes from Argentina.
Okay.
Best wishes to you.
Hey, is Argentina Spanish?
I'm not.
Salud.
I'm not gonna like. I get scared to try to read them because I don't want to like make a fool out of myself.
Right. Not a native speaker,
No.
but respectful. Oh, this. So this guy's username just made me think of something. The guy earlier that was asking about what route to take. Doesn't necessarily mean what route, but this guy's name is the Skateboard Channel.
That's Alex.
Oh, well, one thing that's really cool and is a super great medium that a lot of people love are skateboard blanks.
Oh yeah. If you're looking at a way to start, do skateboards. That's
Do
a
some
great way.
Skateboard decks.
Yeah. Yep.
Just make sure you get a solid, probably automotive quality clear on there, and you're good to go.
Let's see. Angry artist
Yeah.
into his
Sand 'em down-
house.
Sand them down. The smoother you sand them down, the better. Probably it's wood, so
Bolivia.
up to 500 grit.
We got Gunther from Bolivia.
Anything more than that is just overkill.
What's up, Gunther? When I hear Gunther, I think of, you know what I think of? Adventure Time, right?
Sudamerica.
Adventure Time. Gunther's the name of the Ice King's pet. What do you call those things? This is where Tattoo Brain comes in. Penguins. Gunther the Penguin. So if you guys come to visit Florida, if you're ever in Florida, Alex is starting his he's finally gonna start tattooing skin this week. Well, he's been tattooing my skin and my friend's skin, but he's gonna start actually taking on his own clients now and doing little small tattoos. So you guys got to come visit and show Alex some support.
So we got South America. present as well.
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
some South American people, some representation.
One, Isidoro.
So the angry artist says he's followed for a very long time. Well, thanks, man. I'm glad to be back, man.
And glad to see him back.
Yeah.
He's followed you that long. Because you've been on a hiatus.
Yeah, I've been on a break for a while, but I'm back.
Not from art, but from YouTube.
Oh yeah, definitely not from art. I don't think I've taken a break from art ever. Maybe lightened up from time to time, but it's art. Art is something that's always been part of my personality.
Do you have any copyright-free music we could stream?
Yeah, I can. If you got to plug it in, is it plugged in?
It should be charged. Oh, it was plugged in. Did I unplug it? Well, it should be charged. It was plugged in for...
No, you got to leave it plugged in. That thing dies.
It was plugged in for 4 hours. No, it's on, so I'll plug it back in.
If it's on, then maybe I can use my phone to put some music on.
Yeah. Little background.
I'm gonna put some music on, everyone.
Ain't no party like an airbrush party.
The copy-free music I play is like, it's just like sounds, really.
No, something.
What is it called? I think it's called like Twitch and Chill.
Twitch and chill. Streamer music.
Yeah, I got it right here.
That's cool.
It's just sounds, see?
Something. Should we turn it down?
If it's too loud, everyone, just let me know. So, oh yeah, it's starting already to be a little loud. Isidoro says they are quarantined. Yeah, I think we've all gotten a lot more time to tattoo lately.
Yeah, time to perfect those hobbies.
What is a fair price for 908 micron these days? I don't even know. I think it's up there in the 500s and 600s now.
They're pretty pricey.
Yeah.
That's
If you can't afford like a full price micron, what you can do is get like a broken one, if you can find one, and just buy parts for it.
well. Didn't you used to tell me, even with a regular one, you can go pretty darn small with a regular one.
Oh yeah, you don't need a micron. I like my micron, but mine was broken. Like it was barely just a body left, and then I just got all the parts for it, which was pretty affordable.
Does the inline filter help with stability? Is he talking about the moisture filter?
This filter.
Oh, that filter. Is that a moisture filter?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything
It doesn't. So why do you have it?
because it counteracts the balance when I hang it on the thing. So, well, I'm lying. This filter, the way it's set up, because it's on the thing, it's because I was getting some oil, and I didn't know if it was in the line already, so I put it on there, and I haven't gotten any oil, and it's clean.
So it's not a moisture filter.
So mine mostly,
It's an oil catch.
it's a moisture filter, but it just doesn't work that well.
You put you don't have an oilless compressor. You have a
No, mine's got tons of oil in it.
okay.
I use a fisheye filter to get rid of all the oil. The brand of my filter is called Fisheye Filter. It's a fantastic filter. We just gave one away on our Patreon page, actually. So we have a Patreon page where I teach airbrushing. Like I actually get on there and I actually teach people. And we just gave away a fisheye filter on that. Let's see, we got some more comments coming in.
Just one just came in. Does comic art? I use Iwata Eclipse for highlights and backgrounds, etc. So is debating grabbing a micron.
I would say you'll never regret owning a micron. So if you've got the money to spend for it, do it.
But that Eclipse is versatile.
The Eclipse is very versatile. Yes.
It's not. It's not exactly about buying the best of the best to get the effect you're trying.
Yeah, you can do most things, but once you've had a micron, you'll be happy you have it.
Yeah, the micron costs $500 US anywhere in the world. In Argentina, that's very expensive.
Yes, I agree.
That's what we've heard.
Yeah, that is
It's
expensive.
also expensive here, even in US.
So I would recommend going on to like eBay or something and see if you can find one that is maybe got some issues with it and then fix it. They are very easy to fix.
The spare parts are also expensive.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't it have pretty much the same body as an Eclipse? Just a different needle and...
No, it doesn't have anything the same as an Eclipse.
Oh, really?
No.
It sure looks similar.
They're different. Another thing you could do is get really, really good and grab a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing you can do.
Yeah.
Just be Orion.
No.
And everybody will pay you to do it.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Having a good tool is worth the investment. I mean, if you're making money with your tools, you should spend the money to get the best tools, I think.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm in the trades, so one of the sayings that we have is you're only as good as the tools you're working with.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with Isidoro. I use my Eclipse probably more than any other airbrush. It's just the most versatile, by far. And then once you're making money with it, then you go ahead and spring for the Micron. But you know use the profit that you get with your airbrush to pay for your airbrush. We got 36 up in here
That's amazing the reach you can have
on a Sunday night.
on a Sunday night, man.
10:31 on the East Coast.
I suppose. Well, maybe in Melbourne, is it Monday yet?
I don't know.
I think it might be. Hey, what day is it in Australia?
Do we have anyone from Australia
There
here?
was one guy.
Yeah?
So now I'm looking at your screen. I'm seeing the blue shift you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We'll kill that. I can kill it here in just a minute.
It's crazy though. Like under the lighting here with my eye, it's not that noticeable. But on the screen, it is. It takes money to make money. It
Yeah.
does. It does and it doesn't.
Yeah.
It takes money to make big money.
Shit, man. In our case, it takes money to make money.
It does take money to make money. It certainly does. Ain't nothing free. $3:30 in Scotland. Go to bed.
3:30 a.m. in Scotland? Well, that's not too much of a difference then. I guess it is.
Yeah, that's several hours.
I guess so.
It's 10:30 here, so what is that? 5 hours?
5-hour difference?
Alex just said that person is 5 hours older than the United States population. Isidoro.
Copic ink pens and Copic markers. I haven't messed with those too much. Since I'm an airbrush dude, I just always go back to using an airbrush. But I'm sure those markers are great.
So is that similar to what we have, like?
Copic markers are actually similar to watercolor.
So not like alcohol ink markers, like Prismacolor or something like that.
Yeah, I guess so. They're comparable, but Copic's a whole new beast.
Okay.
A lot of tattooers use it to make tattoo designs and stuff.
I'm a little out of date.
Yeah, you're a little behind, buddy.
A little bit behind.
You out of date, boy.
I am.
Goddamn, boy.
I told you, like.
You out of date.
I see what you're working with, and it's like when I left the industry just advanced.
Everything's advancing. We're old men, man.
I know.
We old, dog.
Copic are alcohol.
They are alcohol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alcohol ink. So I was pretty sure Prismacolor are too, but maybe they lay down the ink differently or something.
What should we do else to this? Should we... How far should I take this thing?
Put some fire up top, dude.
Fire, dude?
Top's boring. You got the horns, but there's nothing else. Put some fire in it.
Oh, fire.
Smoke.
Smoke.
Clouds.
Probably some
Tentacles.
tentacles.
Yeah, Japanese love tentacles, but be careful. They get crazy with them. He says Copic are the best on the market.
They are, as far as markers are concerned. I'll agree. I don't have a lot of experience with them, but I have seen my friends use them, and I've seen their results, and they are pretty incredible.
Can't get Createx in Argentina.
Oh, you can get it, probably. Hell, you can get anything.
Do they have Createx coyotes?
I don't know.
Maybe shouldn't go there.
You have good local brands in Argentina?
Huh.
Man, I am all about the Createx. It's hard for me to speak on other paints because I don't know enough about them. But I'm all about this Createx though. Should I splash some this way? It's all kind of like...
Yeah, it's all that way. So there's nothing there. Maybe just bring some finger waves up top. Why not just do that?
Some should I splash this way?
Trickle them down into like the neckline, the back, the top neckline. Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah. Exactly like that. Because it's pretty bottom heavy.
Bottom heavily?
Well, hey, chocolate covered cherry. Okay?
Chocolate? Oh, Brady's got that chocolate covered cherry going on.
Yeah, need some flex on that composition a little bit. But do something to tie it into the bottom as well so it doesn't look separated.
I like it separated. Everything don't need to all
The only
fit.
thing you're going to separate it by is the ear.
What do you mean? Like all this needs to have its own?
Maybe not so many finger waves, but find a way to tie them together. Does that make sense?
I don't know, Brady. Nothing you say makes sense. I'm just kidding.
Chocolate cherry.
Chocolate covered cherry. All right, Angry Artist got to bounce, guys. All right. All right, man. Well, it's good to have you here. Dennis Scott. I'm illustration colors all the way. I like Wicked for certain things. Like when I need like special effects colors and really heavy colors. But no, I'm definitely an illustration colors kind of guy.
Recommendations for a beginner's tattoo machine, please.
Oh, beginners.
Oh man.
That's some sketchy ground right there.
Question of the night.
Sketchy ground. I can't tell you much, but I'll tell you my favorite machine is a Bishop wand.
Yeah.
eBay starter kit. Yeah. Knockoff brand, $40.
Power supply and ink included.
Yeah. No, starter kit. I don't mess with starter kits. I say get the good stuff. I say get an apprenticeship if you can't afford an apprenticeship, or if you can't find an apprenticeship. That's a rocky road, you know. But I mean, I did it. We did the scratcher stuff.
Should we tell them how we started?
Scratching
Yeah.
right here.
Right there.
This little guy right here.
Tell them who did that.
Brady, come show him yours.
All right.
You guys want to see my very first tattoo that I ever did?
I think let me hold mine up right so they're both the same. So, here we go.
There it is.
We're so cute.
Yeah. So that one I did on him, and this one they're upside down because they're for us.
And so with beginner kits and not knowing what you're doing, there's orange in this one.
But it's gone.
It's gone. There's also a little bit of shading. There's a little bit of shading in that, but no color. But it's gone too.
Actually, my first tattoo is this one right here on my wrist. I stabbed myself with a,
you had nervous shaky hands and hit your wrist.
and I dropped myself with a pencil. It was a pencil.
Oh, was it a pencil?
Yeah.
Well, then scratch that. That was absolutely wrong.
No,
what I said.
Brady, you had to move your hand down. They
Oh,
didn't
I got to
see it.
move it down. I was up too high. I'm
Right here.
sorry.
Right there.
Here we go.
Here's mine. Very first tattoos was what, 2000.
There's a delay, so I can't see if I'm in the
2006.
frame. Was it 2006?
Right there. Yeah. 2006 or 7, somewhere around there. But my apprenticeship was earlier than that. It just, they never taught me how to tattoo.
They didn't let you tattoo.
Yeah. So, we had to teach ourselves, which didn't go well for me. So I got a real apprenticeship from Mondo Chromatic. We were talking about him earlier. Yeah.
I had an apprenticeship by somebody that didn't know how to tattoo.
Yeah, Brady had a bullshit apprenticeship.
And it's just like Alex's.
But again, to answer your question, I think the my favorite tattoo machine is Bishop Wand or Bishop Rotary, anything from Bishop.
Well, style, maybe even just style of tattoo machine.
Yeah, the rotary machines.
Gotta be a rotary.
Yeah, I like the rotary machines.
MFM Hydro says, awesome project.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're kind of working on some of our tattoo influences now. Ah, that one shouldn't have been there. That's okay. That's okay. Gotta go with the flow.
The one that went down.
And this one's fine.
That's a good, you know,
I gotta loosen up like this.
loosen her up. Loosen her up. It's a good exercise in how everything can
Yeah. So after I do all this white, you guys are gonna notice there's a big blue shift. Um, I fix that later after I do my next layer. So I ain't worried about it right now. What?
Dennis Scott told you to lay off that chocolate.
He didn't like what? I barely had any. I only had like half a cup of chocolate.
Well, he's calling you out on your mess up.
Which one? Oh, this one up here. That little guy? Don't worry about that little
Lay
guy.
off that chocolate covered cherry.
I wouldn't worry about that little guy. Oh, okay.
But only because I had good payment. Only because I paid for it for the past year and everyone.
I don't have that.
They're like, thanks for all that. We'll let you go.
Because normally, like, no, you gotta come in or send it, but it's
I don't have Planet Fitness.
You deleted it? Or you,
I never had it.
Fitness connection.
Fitness Connection.
There's like
Easy airbrush. You know what I hate about portraits? When I go too dark on the nose between the eyes and go too light and try to go light again, but end up with a smoky look. So too dark on the nose and try to go light again, but end up with a smoky look.
Oh, like this?
Is that not like? Is he talking about like?
He's
not-
talking
not
about that
between
smoky
the
look.
eyes?
No, he's talking about the blue shift. So the way that I'm tattooing, where you're seeing the blue shift, I'm gonna compensate for that. So if you want, you can just keep watching, and you'll see me get rid of it. Cause what's the opposite of blue? Anyone? Art school?
Yellow.
Orange. So
Oh,
what do you
yeah,
do?
Complementary colors.
Yeah, you take a little bit of orange and you dust it over the top. That blue shift vanishes.
Well, that's why, because you're working in sepia tones, which are tones of red or
Right.
orange or whatever. And if you're working with a cool color, that's the blue shift. It's basically like a white balance.
It's just color theory, yo.
Yeah.
Just a little color theory for you.
Will you be posting this on your channel?
What I'm doing right now? Oh, they're wanting to know if they can exit and come back. Yes, it'll be on my channel. Yeah. This I'm gonna, when I'm done with this, I'm just gonna leave it up. This is kind of the direction I think my channel's going now. Is just live streaming and hanging out and that sort of thing. We're still doing full-length tutorials, but we are putting those tutorials on Patreon. And I think that what am I trying to say? I think that YouTube has a Patreon style thing going on now, and we might do that as well.
Like with the super chat?
Yeah, then there's got the super chats and the whatnots. No, there's actually a Patreon version thing on YouTube that we haven't messed with before. I started actually doing Patreon and doing all this just off of people just telling me to do it. And so, here I am.
I like the little bubbles and the nodules you put in the horns.
Yeah, it comes from like a deer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Nice touch.
What'd he say?
He said you're welcome. Dennis Scott is recommending a color wheel for non-classed artists.
What, like a color wheel class or something?
Well, no, I mean, even when,
Oh,
when we took color theory, they said one of the things you had to buy was a color wheel.
Oh, right, yeah.
So that's actually a really good comment. That's super.
Oh, yeah. I get it. I get the comment now. Yeah. It's definitely a good resource, is getting a color wheel.
I think the guy that was working on recovering, he was the one that asked the question if you're going to post it.
Oh, yeah, I'm posting it.
He just needs to go to sleep. That's
Oh,
good.
man. Yeah. Go to sleep. You don't need to be hanging out with us if you need rest. Get
He'll be
well.
here for later.
Yeah, we got you covered, buddy.
Thanks for watching.
Get your rest. Get healthy. Come back. Yeah, I'm gonna get some orange in this airbrush a little bit later in the stream, and you'll watch all this blue just shift away, and everything will fall into the same tone. It'll be really cool. At least that's what I hope happens. That's what I'm aiming for. Hopefully these chocolate covered cherries don't get the better of us. Let's see. Let's read some comments here.
Good night, buddy. Get better.
All right. Yeah. Good night. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with us.
I don't subscribe to many channels on YouTube that do live streams.
Yeah.
This is the first one I've ever been
Seen.
Part of at all. This is pretty cool
I've actually.
to have interaction.
Yeah. That's why we did it. It's so that people can hang out, and it's not just me, like recording a thing and then editing it so I look cool. You guys can watch and see that I'm just a big dummy.
Otherwise, all the dumb shit would be edited out.
Yeah, I'd edit it out. That way, if you guys meet me in real life, you're prepared. You're like, oh, you're just a dummy. And I'm like,
I
yeah,
don't know if they're prepared.
they're prepared for the dumminess. Ryan, you're just a dummy. And I'll be like, yeah, you caught that, did you? Yeah. Sorry.
You are ass cheeks.
I was born this way. I'm putting on the accent because Brady's hanging out with me today, so my Okie accent's coming out.
I'm sorry.
You're pulling out my Okie accent.
Mine gets thicker the more beer I have, so.
Yeah.
And it gets even thicker the more family I'm around.
I'm an Okie. A lot of those of you don't know, I'm from Oklahoma. So it's funny, when I first started, everybody was like, they thought I was from California for some reason.
Dennis Scott, HVAC, what's up, man? That's what I do.
Yeah, Brady went into HVAC after art school. He was like, you know what? F all this art school business.
No, it's not how it went down. But HVAC paid a lot more, a lot quicker. So.
Yeah. Brady's been helping us out a lot on. So when we got the shop, there was a lot of HVAC stuff we had to deal with, and Brady's been helping out with it. In fact, we still don't have a filter right now, which we need to go get.
Yeah, Dennis Scott, no air filters down here in Florida.
No filter.
High humidity.
Hey man, we live life on the edge, bro.
High humidity and no filter.
And that AC is cranked all day long.
2 returns. Yeah, Dennis, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's he saying?
He says, he said, 4:30 a.m. comes quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know all about that.
I just have to get up that early when I was
Yeah, I work at a data center, and they want us there early, so.
Brady's still on that coronavirus leave.
In furloughed,
Coronavirus.
job site won't let me in.
So my buddy Mondo said he watched one of my old videos here on YouTube, and he was laughing at me because he said I sounded so country on there.
You
I was
don't
like,
sound country at all, man.
not to you,
No.
not to somebody from Texas.
Yeah, I guess to other people.
He was like, man, that accent is thick. I was like, yeah, well, at the time I was in Oklahoma, and I did grow up around, nothing but Okies and rednecks, so, yeah.
So, I went to Cancun one time, and this guy was talking to these 2 super hot chicks, and it was just one guy and 2 girls, and he was talking about how rednecks talk.
What does he say?
He goes, well, people from Texas talk like this. and I went over there. I'd had way too much tequila. And I thought, I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought I would just join in and be like, well, I talk like that. And he just looked at me like, did you come over here to fight me, or?
It's like, no, man.
I was like, well, I came over here to try to hit on one of your girls here, but no.
People from Texas talk like this.
So then I just walked away. I was like, well, that was a fail.
Alex can't hang.
Good night, baby. I mean, cool guy.
See you guys later.
Later, dude.
Doing a good job, man.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, my cute game
Are you ready for tattoos in the morning?
in the morning.
I don't know. When you tattooing?
Next week.
Next week.
Well, in the morning is next week, so.
Alex is growing up. My little bird's about to grow some wings.
Start Wednesday, man.
AC is better than a water cooler. That's not what we're here to talk about, but.
What, like
You're
a?
exactly right. Water coolers, they have their limitations.
Well, yeah, but water coolers are better in like Arizona and
Dry, arid.
yeah.
Not much moisture to take out of 80% humidity.
Yeah.
Okay, on the filter. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I started an air conditioning thing.
Oh, you guys got that air conditioning going?
I think. Yeah.
Brady, you can chime in on this.
If you have an HVAC supply, that will sell to the public, by the way. Go in and buy a case. 12 count, depending on what size, they run about 50, 65. He's absolutely right. Yeah, you can buy a whole year's worth, depending on factors. Your house, environment, climate, things like that. You can buy a year's worth for about 65 bucks. And don't ever buy the super fancy ones that are $30 a piece and claim to get microscopic allergens out. That's not what a filter is for. It's not gonna work. It's just gonna limit your air conditioner quicker than a cheaper filter.
So no microscopic allergen filters.
Don't buy those stupid honey.
Some of them
$30 filters.
hippie garbage.
Don't buy none of that crap.
I'm borderline hippie, so if you're a hippie listening to this, don't be offended. I'm borderline with you.
Little redneck, little hippie.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. It's a delicate balance, but I think you make it work.
So Faith and I together, we're like a couple of oaky hippies. Kind of. We don't like. Well, I can't say that. I was gonna say we don't smoke weed, but
Well,
sometimes.
it's okay. Most people in Oklahoma can't afford to.
Dude, that shit's legal in Oklahoma. Tattoos used to be illegal in Oklahoma, and
Yeah.
now we have legal weed. So,
Well,
medical, whatever.
You gotta go get your card.
Everyone's got restless leg
You gotta go
syndrome.
get your card, and I think there's some laws about if you're part of, obviously, you know, if you're part of a native tribe, then you might be able to claim that it's for medicinal purposes or something like that.
I know I can get peyote.
Yeah, we can get peyote.
Wow, now that's
Because that is actual
an
religious.
adventure.
It's their religious.
So what does peyote look like? Does it
Oh,
look
I've
like
never
little
seen
bitty
it.
like red rocks? I had a buddy that said, "Oh, I got some peyote," and he showed me this bag. It looked like red clay. And I was like,
So Scott said he's sorry it's an airbrush. Hey, we can talk about whatever, Scott. You don't have to worry about changing the subject or whatever.
"It's cool, man.
The conversation goes where the conversation goes.
Not only am I an amateur artist, I'm also a professional HVAC guy, so I bring value."
We're not worried about it. We don't care. Anybody else got some topics we can go ranting on or go rant on?
One sick boy. I think that's how you say your name. Good night, bro.
Good night.
It says peace. I think that means bye. Oh, also good night, Dennis Scott.
Yeah, Dennis had to bounce out. You scared him off, Brady.
Air Todd. Hi, Ryan.
What's up, Air Todd? Air Todd. What does he say? Peyote.
Coyote Ralph, and you're high. Wouldn't know, but seems legit.
Oh, I think he's put. That should have commas next to it. Peyote. Ralph.
And then you're high.
And then you're high.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know. I've never done it.
Wouldn't know, but seems legit. I would imagine that's how that would go.
I would like. I would like to maybe partake, but I have never have. No. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on it lately, actually.
About peyote?
Yeah.
So have you seen what it looks like?
It's like a leaf and... Am I getting that mixed up? No, that's ayahuasca. Peyote is a cactus, right?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know.
That you were what?
I was like
like peyote.
Maybe that was one of those ancestor drinks.
I think peyote is a cactus, and I think
Oh, I get it.
ayahuasca is a leaf. We watch Joe Rogan, so then now we can talk about that kind of stuff. Duncan Trussell. Oh my God, it was one of you guys that told us about that. What was that show called?
Midnight Gospel.
Midnight Gospel.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Oh my goodness, that stuff is good. It's the perfect way to just end the night on some nonsense. How's it feel to be back in the shop? It feels great to be back in the shop. Back working again. Tomorrow, Monday, we're back at it. Business as usual.
Okay, he says peyote is a cactus flower, or cactus bud flower.
Right. Dude, I am not opposed. Never done it, but I'm not a hater.
I used to work on I had these clients that they had a bunch of cactus or cacti, and they would go out and get the little prickly pears, and they would make wine.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The little, egg-shaped purple buds that come off of cactus, like Texas and Oklahoma.
Yep.
Prickly pears.
Hmm.
And they would make prickly pear wine.
What do you know?
What do you know?
What do you know?
I have no idea if it was good.
So if you guys are watching, we're gonna here in a bit when I get all these when I got all these finger waves traced, then we're gonna actually use some orange and kill down the that blue shift. And once I do that, I'm gonna start building again on top of it, and hopefully finish it. I'd like to have something finished from one of these live streams. Who else we got? Anybody else in here? Drop us some comments. We got $19 already from some super chats. Thank you guys.
Beer fund.
Yeah, that's the beer. That's what super chats are. You guys, it's like a beer fund for us.
Airtile was watching Steve Wizard.
What's Steve Wizard?
Steve parentheses Wizard on Facebook Live.
Steve Wizard, like Kafka? Are you talking about Steve Kafka? Is that right? Wizard Airbrush, is that right? Did I get that right? Or he's the pinstriper, I think, if I'm not mistaken. You going back and forth? Are you double dipping? Todd's double dipping.
He's just a multitasker, man.
Yeah.
He's consuming media at a record pace.
Jason said he's so poor he can't pay attention. It took me a minute. I had to read it.
Heard about that. Know the feeling. Bring the back of that one down into the rest of it.
See, if they're too connected.
If they're, yeah, I know what you're saying. If you're too connected, so hold that ellipse. If they're too connected, it'll look forced.
So you don't always need like a finish.
No, you don't. But you have
This
to-
is
you
wrong
have to
right
keep
now.
in mind, yeah, no, I think you need to. Let's see.
Maybe bring some inside here.
You need some dark contour right there around the lower portion of the ear.
Like this?
No, the lower third of the ear.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like to actually like shade it?
I don't know. something dark maybe to separate them so they don't look like you're just carrying a wave around intentionally.
I don't know what you talk about, Brady.
It's hard to describe. Well, maybe just don't concentrate on the tips of the finger wave, but give the wave a little bit of, build the wave. Does that make sense?
Like, oh, you mean, I know what you're saying. Like,
You know what I mean?
like the body of the
Yeah,
wave.
Yeah, give it a base. Separate the waves. That way it doesn't look like you just threw waves everywhere, you know?
But I did
Right. But that's your job is to make it not
make it look like I didn't.
That's right.
What's up, everybody? Looks like we jumped up to 36 people. If you're in here, drop us some comments.
Here we go.
Drop us some comments. Give us some stuff to talk about. Otherwise, we're just gonna sit here going, yeah, I think that's interesting.
Making stupid dad jokes.
Dad joke, isn't it? Dude, I was researching some dad jokes today. I want to drop them.
Hey, so do you know how many times, or how many times you have to tickle an octopus to make it laugh?
10 tickles.
10 tickles.
Ah, got them dad jokes on lock. Did you know octopuses don't have tentacles? Learned that one just today,
What?
about 4 hours ago.
Oh, no, they only have 8.
They have arms,
Oh.
not tentacles. Yeah. Squid have tentacles.
Oh,
Yeah. So a tentacle is like,
but they only have 6.
well, I don't know about numbers and all those crazy
What's
business.
the difference between the squid and an octopus?
So a tentacle is when you have a long arm, I guess, and at the end of it is the suckers. But when the suckers are all the way to the base, that's an arm. So an octopus has 0 tentacles.
Well, then what's it classified as? An arm?
Yeah, it's an arm. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're ever on Jeopardy, applause for me for knowing stuff.
The more you know.
Thank you, YouTube. So an octopus has 8 arms, 0 tentacles.
So, drop a dad joke.
A dad joke?
Yeah.
I got one.
Hey, commenters, drop dad
Let's hear
jokes.
some dad jokes.
Let's do
How about
that.
okay. So I hate elevators. So I'm gonna I'm taking steps to get over it, to avoid them.
To work your way up.
Yeah.
Did I already tell you all this one? I was gonna go camping, but I was afraid it'd be too intense.
What? I got more. Hold on. I try to remember them. Like I hear them, I'm like, don't forget.
I know, I got thousands of them, but I never can think of them. Everybody's Googling dad jokes right now.
Yeah, drop some dad jokes up in them comment sections.
It don't matter. Give us some good ones. That's the height of humor.
I want.
When you're a dad.
I'm not even a dad, but I'm getting to that where I'm like, yeah, I can just, huh?
Okay,
I'm a cat dad.
cat and dad. All right, before the dad jokes, what paint are you using and how do you mix ratio?
Mix ratio. Okay,
Jesse
so
Causey.
this is the #1 question I think I get on my stream, so I'm gonna show you guys again. Don't worry, I'll never get sick of showing you guys how to do this. So, I'm using Createx colors. So this is Createx illustration colors, which is already a really great paint. Createx is, for me, it's the illustration colors, they're milled down finer, they're smoother. They're my favorite paint. And when it comes to reducing them, I'm using a reducer called 4012 High Performance Reducer. Now, you can use 4011 reducer. That's perfectly fine. But the way that I mix it is I mix it in my cup. So what I'll do is I'll start off by filling my cup about to the elbow, right here, to the elbow. Well, my fingernails are too long. But we're trying to collect dad jokes. Anyway,
We got one. We're gonna get to it.
so I fill it to about the elbow, and once I've gotten it that far, I start adding paint just a little bit at a time until it starts getting the transparency that I'm after. So I mean, sometimes it's about 80% reducer in this stuff, and then to about sometimes 30 to 40% paint. Depends on it. I mean, sometimes 20% paint. It really just depends on the opacity that you're after. And then what I use, and this is my secret weapon, because if you put too much reducer in paint, it kind of breaks the paint apart and makes it doesn't work anymore. So if you use 40-30 balancing clear, it gives back the body to your paint that you need to get the transparency. And again, this isn't like a hyper realistic thing that I'm doing right now, so I'm not really that interested in smooth transitions and that sort of thing, but I still always mix that way. So in a nutshell, without sounding too convoluted, we're all having a paint party, so it's a lot of people here tonight. Again, reducer to here, just a little bit of paint, and then leave room to add some 40-30. All Createx, everything. So let's go ahead and get some orange in this thing so I can start fixing this shift. So let me look around here. Let's see. I need some orange.
Need some Pearl?
Yeah, I got stuff all over the place. Will you grab that one right there on the top?
Yeah. This guy right here?
Yeah. That's orange, right? Yeah, it's a little
so,
red.
Burnt umber.
There should be a burnt orange somewhere. Honestly, I could just use the regular. I have.
Red.
Well, the paint that I already have would work just fine. So I've got Bloodline Decay, which is a little bit of an orange. It should do the trick just fine.
This looks like more bloodline stuff down here.
No, this Bloodline Decay will work just fine.
Illustration burnt sienna.
Oh, Air Todd's got some for us. Hold on, we got dad jokes coming in.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Brady, go catch the dad jokes.
You want me to narrate?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hold on. Brady's going to look up some dad jokes. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and...
Alright, Air Todd.
Air Todd, looks like we got some from
Wait.
Tiger.
Oh, wow, we got a bunch. Okay.
All right.
Two snakes are hanging out, and one said to the other, "Are we venomous?" "No, I don't think so," said the other. "Why?" "'Cause I just bit my lip." Wah wah.
That was a tough one.
It is a tough one, but
All
that's
right.
the point of dad jokes.
All right. All right, what's it? Give me another one. Like Air Todd had some.
Air Todd says, your father's food is so good. He was voted the gourmayer of the town."
Oh my God, Todd.
Wow.
Ooh. Todd said. He said your father's food is so good. He was voted the gourmayer. Oh goodness.
Somebody else has got a good dad joke.
All right.
"You're the Bob Ross of airbrush." That's not a dad joke.
That's not a dad joke.
That's what he said.
That's just me being a dummy. Well, I guess that means I'm doing a good job, but maybe I'm really boring.
Happy little waves.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Happy little microns. Oh, we got Ecuador in the house.
What's up?
Salute, Ecuador.
So this isn't orange enough. I need a real orange. Will you
Where's
look?
your colors at, man?
They're in the back actually, unless there's some down here.
Like in the backpack?
Mm-hmm.
I saw some Createx back there, so I was afraid you were gonna say that. Wait, what do we got here?
There should be just like an orange.
Oh, this is your candies. You don't want that.
Sorry guys, all my colors are kind of just like stashed away.
Here's a candy, or no, Createx illustration opaque red orange.
Opaque red orange. That's opaque though. It'll probably work.
You could thin it down and then
Yeah.
show your dudes.
So I got orange here. Man, that's gonna be powerful. It's opaque.
That's yeah. You want to go search for another one?
Yeah, we need illustration orange, like a burnt orange.
I got a magenta. Well, you
Air
have-
Todd asked Alexa the dad joke, and that's what she told him.
Look, you have a burnt sienna. Wouldn't that go perfect?
I have
with
burnt
that blood
sienna
line?
right here.
Oh, is that what you're using? Yeah, that's the same one.
All right, let's try burnt sienna. That's the thing, man. It doesn't really matter. Like,
Just need to get that tone.
mm-hmm. Playing with color, once you understand it, it's actually super easy. I keep wanting to grab my beer to dump it. And I promise you guys, that's my first one. All right. What's a cat's favorite color? Purple. Have I ever thought of creating my own stencils? Actually, no. And the reason I don't do that is because I actually don't use stencils. And I think if I did create my own stencils, it would be kind of like lying to you. And I don't really believe in that. So, since I don't use stencils, I don't want to make you guys buy something that is pointless. And not that I'm saying stencils are pointless. I'm saying stencils from me are pointless. I would rather, my colors that I use are to me more valuable, and my technique and my process. So I think it's better. Like, I have a Patreon page where I teach my process, and I talk a lot about how I mix my colors. I'm actually trying to design my own color line that hopefully we're going to put out through Createx. Because I don't really use colors right out of the bottles too often. But yeah. So no, I don't have any plans of making stencils. No, I'm good. Jason says all his dad jokes are R-rated.
Why are they told by pirates?
Are they told by pirates?
Oh, it's dad joke of dad joke.
That was a double dad joke.
What was dad joke inception?
R-rated.
Dad jokeception.
That was a dad jokeception.
That was.
Yeah. All right, so I did find something close to an orange, which is burnt sienna. And that should help kill that blue shift quite a bit. Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
So you're just like spraying the whole thing.
Well, it's all got blue shift.
You're just hitting it.
Killing it back. I call this, my word for this is giving it a wash. It's kind of muting everything. Yeah, just kind of muting everything down. Evening all the colors out so that they don't compete with each other. But then you can come back on top of it with even more darks and even more lights, and you can build it up and create texture. And I mean, you can keep this up forever. Once you understand color and how to shift it around, you kind of get to where you can just play with it forever and do whatever you want with it. Like, constantly shift and shift and shift. Like, you can push color around all over the place. Like, I could like squirt some blue on here and shift it back any way I want. Do we have any more dad jokes?
Not for the moment. Air Todd says when he has money, he wants to be on your Patreon. What are your price tiers?
So I have a $5 tier, which gives you access to just my regular videos. And then we're actually going to probably simplify the tiers. We have a $5, a $10, and a $20. But we're finding out that it's really best to try to do this on Sundays, just one day a week, and do live streams and that sort of thing. So we're probably going to change the tiers.
Okay.
To just actually make them cheaper, honestly.
Until you can, if you could, pull it
crank out content or?
Well, until we have enough content that everyone is, happy with the content. Right now we have one full-length tutorial where I teach. In fact, where's that painting? Brady, will you grab that painting? Or which one is it? Oh, it's over here, straight in front of me, on the wall. So we have one full-length tutorial already on that wall, on the wood wall. We have one full-length tutorial that we've already done, and it's very in-depth. And that's on the Patreon right now. You can get that for $5 or $10 or whatever you...
Not the painting, but the...
The tutorial. But, yeah. So that's the painting we've already done. So this full-length tutorial is already on Patreon right now. And then you've got a lot of live streams like this one where I explain my process, and every week I come up with a new process to kind of explain and teach and that sort of thing. Let's see, Dustin Shin.
Let's see what we got. Hold on, wait.
Come on, you got to do it for us, Brady.
Yeah, yeah.
Coming in.
Today my son asked, can I have a bookmark? And I burst into tears. 11 years old, and he still doesn't know my name is Brian.
Oh, I got the best dad jokes are the ones you have to sit on for a minute.
Hold on, that's still okay.
Can I have a book, Mark? He's called it dad.
Oh,
Dude, my
those are the
favorite.
best ones.
Yeah, what do you have to sit on them?
I'm Dad, not Mark. All right, but then we have a question.
All right, go ahead.
What's your opinion on Bangda airbrush? I assume you're using Iwata Micron CMC2 Plus.
I am using my Iwata Micron CMC Plus. You are correct, and I don't know what that brand is. Where does it say?
FENGDA. Fangda?
No, I don't know a lot about that airbrush.
It might be a typo. I'm not sure. It was a well put question, so it's probably spelled correctly.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to a white and really start building up some of these highlights.
Easy airbrush. Sup, dude?
What up, EZ? We're having a party night tonight. So one of the great things about using the illustration colors is they have this, they melt in. So now that I'm building up all these highlights with white, they don't shift as much as normal full strength colors. So that's really great. And I only find that with illustration colors. I don't find it with many others. Oh, wait, Tiger's got another one. Let's hit it, Brady.
Well, man, it's a Mitch Hedberg, dude. It's all in the delivery.
You got to give it, though.
I saw a wino eating grapes, and I was like, dude, you have to wait.
I can't do it.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. I saw a wino eating grapes. Like, dude, I got it. Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg's probably the king of dad jokes.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, what was that one? Didn't he go on forever about a donut? Like, I don't want to pay for the donut. He kept calling it the donut.
The donut.
Yeah, there's a whole thing of Mitch Hedberg and donuts.
So this right here I need to fix. So let me just go ahead and wipe that whole thing out. Spray it with some orange. That's what my family from Indiana, they say that. They say orange.
Oh, man, I'm so dumb tonight. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You have to wait till it turns into wine.
See,
Dude, you got at it too easy.
Classic
Too soon.
Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Good one, Tiger. Sorry I'm dumb. Yangling.
So everybody was asking earlier, do I sell any of my pieces? If anyone wants this one,
Tiger knows as Mitch Hedberg.
I guess you can make an offer. I'll sell it.
Tiger knows as Mitch Hedberg that he's right. The whole spiel about the donut, he did not want a receipt for the donut. That was his thing.
I get it.
We'll have to
No,
go
I don't.
into it later.
We'll have to explain it to me.
It's Mitch Hedberg. Like 90s.
Oh, I know Mitch Hedberg.
I know you know.
I spend most of my nights before I fall asleep just watching old comedians and stuff like that. Uh-oh.
Here we
Dustin's
go.
got one.
Hold on, let me pre-read so I can nail it.
Did you catch it? Brady has to read yours, Dustin, so he delivers it properly.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear Brady, by the way? Mention if you can hear Brady.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Brady, just deliver it. You got to project.
I was just, Dad, I was just listening to the radio on my way into town. An actress just killed herself. Mom, oh my, who?
Did you get it? I didn't get it.
I don't know why I'm not getting these. I thought I was good at dad jokes.
An actress just killed herself. Oh my, who?
Oh my, who?
We don't get it.
Sorry, man.
We don't get it.
Feel free to,
Explain it to us.
well, yeah, no, yeah, explain it and kill the joke or just shoot another one.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's a two-parter.
Oh wait, you got it.
Okay. Oh my, who? Dad. I can't remember. I think her name was Reese. Mom, Witherspoon? Dad. No, it's with a knife.
Okay. All right. All right.
Alright, sorry. We're
Got it. We got it.
working with the delay here. Man. That's a good one. Steve McCready, my girlfriend from Pennsylvania says orange too.
Orange.
Steve McCready,
Did she say wash your clothes?
Well, I was going to ask him if he lived in Pennsylvania as well.
McCready? McCready?
McCready?
Watching from Ocean City, Maryland. Welcome. We are in Dunedin, Florida.
Eden.
We got a friend that's going to start live streaming soon here in Tampa. If you guys know of Jason, he does. What does he do? He makes those big giant like sculptures. Those what is it that when you go to the fair or whatever, and you see those big foam sculptures and things like that. Yeah.
Fiberglass sculptures or whatever he uses, foam fiberglass.
Yeah, and we're gonna actually join him and help him out with his live stream soon too. All right, what we got going on? Keeping it real says, "I'm so high, this is crazy."
Good job, man.
We're actually sober. At least I'm sober. I'm trying to get there, but I'm sipping because I don't want to get too drunk and act a fool.
I'm 3 hours ahead of you.
Yeah, Brady isn't exactly sober. I am.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah, Brady's on vacay.
Oh, Steve McCready says Warsh.
Warsh? Yeah. Go wash your clothes.
Warsh. So maybe up there it's Warsh, but I know in Texas it's Warsh.
Wash?
Yeah, the A is definitely there.
Well, in Oklahoma, it's wash.
No, it's not because it's Oklahoma.
We don't act like we're not all like, what is that, the Tiger King or whatever. Although Faith has been to the Tiger King's facility and met him. We say fixin'. Fixin' is the Oklahoma thing.
Fixin' is
I'm fixing to go to the store.
Fixin' is a southern everything.
And how y'all doing?
Y'all.
How y'all doing? That's Southern. Let's see.
Oh wait, Dustin Shin just.
All right, deliver it, Brady. Do it
Well,
justice.
Reread. I gotta make sure it's not a multi-liner here.
All right.
Oh, this is a good one. All right.
All right.
Bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day.
All right, Obey. All right, that's a winner.
All right, you win. You win, Dustin. Jesse Causey's curious on the air compressor that you're using.
I'm using a Silent Air brand air compressor. It's a small, like half a pound. I mean, it's nothing.
So it takes oil. What type
Yeah.
of compressor is it? Do you know?
It's
Like,
made with
is
the
it like
same motor that.
is it a screw compressor?
No,
or-
it's made with the same motor that you use in a refrigerator.
So reciprocal.
I don't know,
or
man.
Scroll. It might be a scroll because it's so.
It's a
quiet.
refrigerator compressor.
Probably reciprocal.
It's made by a brand called Silent Air.
So I'm an HVAC guy,
Brady knows this stuff. He's gonna go do an inspection.
and I know compressors.
It says the type of compressor on the top if you want to read it.
Yeah.
It's the most quiet compressor I've ever used.
No, it doesn't.
It really is. I've never heard such a quiet compressor.
Does it say the model though?
Yeah, no, it's a reciprocating compressor, so there's going to be other stuff out there that can compare, but it's super quiet.
Read that sticker on the top.
It says upper silent eco air, used 1 year warranty
Eco Silent what?
and a price.
Super Air?
Upper silent eco air.
Yeah, Upper Silent Eco Air from Silent Air. The brand is called Silent Air.
It's a reciprocating compressor style. You're right. It is a refrigerator compressor.
So, since Brady's in town, so if you guys are wondering what Brady's hanging out with us for, he came in town to enjoy the ocean and
Florida life.
the Florida life. And when he got here,
It's been the Florida life.
yeah, it's been raining because there's a hurricane up near Louisiana, and so there is no beach life to be had. So basically, he's just been hanging out, and so he's joining us on our live stream tonight because that's how he's gonna spend his vacation.
All right, so hey, from South Georgia, I think.
South Georgia, that's close to us.
Georgia, what's
Real close.
up? Shout out to your social media handles, Ryan. What Instagram in particular, but maybe other.
My Instagram is well, we have Eden's Edge Tattoo if you want to follow the tattoo shop, and then Ryan Townsend Tattoo I think is my Instagram handle. Yep.
I found you. Yeah, I found the shop as Eden's Edge.
Eden's Edge Tattoo is their
And
shop.
You also have Ryan Townsend Tattoos.
Right. So we just opened our tattoo studio here in Dunedin, Florida. That's why you see the name change. Yeah, see, Jesse says he thought I was from California. Everyone thinks I'm from California, it seems. I'm not from California, although I did learn to tattoo in California. Most of my friends are from California, or most of my art friends anyway are from California. And I do visit there a lot, and I spend a lot of time there. But I'm not from California, I'm from Oklahoma.
Dustin Shin got the first bottle of your signature created color.
I don't have a created color
I
yet.
don't think so either.
Yeah. I'm creating colors.
Right, you're working on it.
Oh, and I do have a box set with my name on it, but I didn't
Maybe
create
that's
any.
what- maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I didn't create any of the colors. I actually, so using the 4030 inside of the illustration colors, that's my claim to whatever. That was my idea, and because it was my idea, they used my artwork on one of the packaging for the first run of the
Oh yeah, I remember that.
package
yeah.
box sets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
we got.
Hater's always in with the super
Man.
chat. Thank you, Hater.
He says, why can't a nose be 12 inches?
Why?
Because then it would be a foot.
Good dad joke.
Man,
That-
you know what? That was worth.
That was
worth that.
That was worth the $8.
That was worth it. $9.99.
$9.99. I like you gave $9.99.
I know.
That's amazing.
Golly, it's like it's $10, but not quite.
But not quite.
Man,
It's not $10. It's
makes it seem
$9.99.
cheaper somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
Hater.
Thank you, hater. We appreciate it.
Steve McCready wants to see you in Phoenix.
I will be in Phoenix. I usually go to Phoenix pretty often.
Talk to the fisheye filter Kenny
Yes.
today, and he thinks he's got me talked into going. Kenny lives right down the road from him and has some cool stuff in the works.
So Fisheye Filter just gave away to my Patreon page. He donated a fisheye filter, and that guy is one of the nicest dudes I've ever met. And his fisheye filter works brilliantly. You guys can see it. This air compressor I'm using right now, I've spilled it and knocked it over so many times that there's so much oil in the lines that it's almost non-functional. Because what happens is I was traveling with my air compressor in the back of my truck and it got knocked over and knocked around and all that oil got mixed up in the tank. I've got a fisheye filter on it, and as you can see, no oil. But if I didn't have the fisheye filter on it, this would be spraying nothing but oil right now. So I can tell you I put that filter to the test and it works. In fact, I pulled the filter apart the other day just to look at it, and there was so much oil on the back of it.
There's really no way to fix that. So with compressors, the ideology, I believe, is that oil migration follows cold. Things want to be at a state of rest, and cold is a lower amount of energy than heat is. So in compressors where they have channels that they can travel through, or like with, especially with this, it's going to blow a little bit of oil through it. The only thing you could do really is like take your thing apart and maybe put it on ice to get all that oil back in there. But even then, that would take forever and it wouldn't really work that well. So that filter is a really great idea.
The filter filters all of it out. Like I don't even have a worry anymore.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I did put this on there for backup though. But right now you can see it's clean.
No, Dustin Shin, he said he had the best dad joke. He wins the first one. True.
Oh, he was taking it from hater. All right, let's see what else we got.
Keeping it real, spreading the truth. Hey Ryan, been a long time. Saw your work since 2013. Wondering if you remembered to bring a towel.
Bring a towel
I don't know.
from
It said,
2013.
that's a long time ago, man.
Man, 2013. Hey Ryan, been a long time. Fan, saw your work first back in 2013. I was wondering if I remembered to bring a towel.
If you remembered to bring a towel.
Man, I don't know. 2013 was a long time
That's
ago.
another life.
Yeah. 2013. What was I doing there? That was when I was hot and heavy on YouTube.
Oh,
I've-
Dennis Scott, he's got a dad joke to lay down on.
All right, hit it.
He had to come back.
Just to give it to us.
There you go. Why don't chickens wear pants?
Why don't chickens wear pants? All right. Go ahead.
Because they're peckers on their face.
Oh, because they're peckers on their face.
Face pants.
We're going to have to remember that one.
That's a good
That's
one.
good for dinner when you're
Yeah.
trying to embarrass your kids.
That's a solid.
Dad.
That's up there. That's up there. Good job, Dennis.
Dad.
Whatever, Dad. God. It's so embarrassing. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. Thanks, Dennis. What should I do? Should I finish this more? All right. I'm getting to a point where I normally dip into like a ton of colors.
Depends on your end goal, man.
I don't have one. I'm just kind of going.
The sepia tone, or
Should I add something?
well, you got that blue shift you were talking about.
Oh shoot, Dustin with the 19.99 super chat.
That's a 12-pack right there.
There you go. Man, how many beers? I'm still on my first beer.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on.
Thank you, Dustin. By the way, thank you so much.
Oh.
All right. Oh, there's a dad
So,
joke with it.
Do you know that the Secret Service can't yell "Get down" anymore when the president's going to be attacked?
Why is that?
Now they have to yell "Donald Duck."
All right, that's a good.
That's pretty.
We'll take it. We'll take it.
That was pretty. Well done.
Donald Duck. All right. I think I need. What else do I need to do this? I mean, I need to clean it up. I know that. It's hard when you're live streaming because you kind of have to have all your colors with you. So tomorrow we're revamping the shop, and I'm hopefully gonna have a setup where I can get to all my colors a lot easier. Should I play with this magenta?
I'd put black in it.
In the magenta, or just put black in the
If you're
painting?
talking about blue shift, you play with that, you're gonna red shift the whole thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Should I red shift it on purpose? Let me.
Depends on what you're going.
No, you know you're right. I do need black in this fool. Let's put black in this. Let's blacken it up. That'll deepen the shadows way more. I do need to go ahead and put a little more orange in certain places.
Wash first, because you got a lot going on in that face.
Some of this, some of this,
Yeah.
some of this.
Yep. Up higher. Eyes and eyebrows. Unless you're really trying to make those pop.
No, the eyes I want definitely to stand off of it.
Okay. Alright.
Like, I ain't scared to leave some of that blue shift behind, man.
Well, I mean, you could always go over it, too, so. Yeah, I'm watching what you're doing on the screen.
You being judgmental?
I'm being critiquey.
Brady's critiquing me. He's saying, "Don't, Ryan, stop! Don't do that."
Just back in the day, man.
So when we were in art school together, this is pretty much all we did was sit there and tell each other what each other was doing was work harder, dude. I wouldn't do that. And we have the opposite opinion. Like,
We always did, but that pushed us.
our artwork is so different.
It is. It is.
All right. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to my original color, and I'm just going to kind of help it along. That's way too over reduced. I lost my cap.
Man, Dustin Shin coming in with him.
Dustin's got more?
He ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. He'll let us know.
Dustin with the win. All right. I do need to add some contrast into this, big time. I tell you, sepia wasn't even what I set out to do. I don't think I set out to do anything on
No,
this.
you just like, I'm gonna play with this bloodline and go
Move-
from there.
Yeah, and then we're just where we are. I definitely over reduced it too much for what I'm doing right now, though. So when you get to the final stages of a painting, you definitely don't want to over reduce as much as the first few, because then you're not building at that point. Now you're actually trying to put the final salt and pepper on there, you know. I also need some like drop shadows.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Some of them
Waves, drop them teeth,
some of them special
drop them
effects.
cheeks.
Some of them special effects. Give it some depth.
I really think the way you did the waves around the jawbone up to the ear is good. It will be. I can see where you're going with it. It's gonna
Pop. We got more jokes.
No, I'm just making sure I'm staying current. Still, I don't know if anyone can hear me.
Can you guys hear Brady? If you can, say yes. If you can't, say nothing, I guess. I don't know.
No news is bad news.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It looks so, not so different, but it does look different here than it does on screen.
So would you say it's better here or on screen?
The screen
Doesn't do it very much
no,
favors.
it does it more. There's a lot more contrast.
On screen, there's more
On
contrast?
screen, yeah, at least on the screen that I'm watching it on. Every display is different. That was one of the first things they taught us back in school.
Let's photograph it.
Not photograph it, but just how different screens are different. For instance, the one I use.
Uh-oh, Dustin's coming at us
Really
again.
dark blacks, so I'm getting a lot more contrast. Not that there's not contrast in what we're seeing here, but I'm getting more onto the screen.
All right. Well, we can make the contrast match. Dustin's got a joke for us, Brady.
Oh man! All right, here we go. Come on. Man, he's got the good ones.
Okay,
Bringing the heat.
let's hear it. Hey, if you guys speak up, Brady, so they can hear you.
He said, "My daughter screeched, Dad, you haven't listened to one word I've said, have you?" I said, "What a strange way to start a conversation with me."
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah. Sounds like my wife. Boy, I tell you.
Reminds me of wife. My wife.
No respect. Alright, so they're saying yes.
Saying yes to what? They can hear
I
you?
guess they can hear me, yep.
All right, good.
Told them to say yes.
Yeses. Brady's the one reading the dad jokes because I can't because I'm working.
I'm trying to do the narration and the questions so that Ryan can continue painting without having to look at his screen every 10 seconds or whatever.
Yeah. Usually that's Faith, but Faith is taking a break.
Yeah, she let me have this job tonight. didn't
Yeah.
she? I asked her if I should shut up. She's like, no,
No, no.
go ahead. Okay. It's better than sitting over there scrolling through social media and the social medias.
So Brady's helping read the comments tonight.
Air Todd, you should get a smarter computer.
Okay. That's a dad insult.
It is a dad insult. He said his dumb computer froze on him. Either smarter or hotter, so that it doesn't freeze. I'm not sure how that works, but it sounds good.
Should I add texture into this? Nah. I'll just.
Into what?
I don't know. Trying to think of how far I should take it, like
Well,
texture wise.
so I was already thinking with the horns, you were taking a little bit of creative liberty, putting the texture in the
You want them smooth?
because typically those would be smooth, you know?
No, not typically.
Yeah.
You ever seen a smooth horn?
No, not a smooth horn, but I've only seen smooth Japanese masks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
At least I think.
Look at my book.
Well, let's look at that. Let's just see.
Let's see the book. Let's consult the book.
Let's see what kind of texture you can add to the rest of it.
Let's consult the book.
But also, there's no rules. So what if you do add texture? Is it the end of the world?
Look, they got all kinds of texture up in them
Linear
horns.
texture. What else do we got? Can't really see.
Air Todd says he needs one or two. My dumb computer froze on me.
Jesse Causey, do you paint motorcycles or custom jobs like that?
I used to. That used to be how I made my living. He asked if I paint motorcycles or custom jobs. That used to be how I made my living. Now I mainly make my living doing tattoos, and I do this for fun. And I also do it for you guys, for entertainment. Because art is in my blood, and I'm always looking for an excuse to keep doing it. But yeah.
Go.
You got another dad joke?
Yep, Dustin Shin.
All right, Dustin
Go.
coming at it. Dustin's on a mission.
This guy's a killer.
All right.
A slice of apple pie is $2.50 in Jamaica and $3 in the Bahamas. These are the pie rates in the Caribbean.
Stupid.
Oh man, killing it.
The pirates.
Eric Todd says he has an apple. Maybe next time it will be a banana. But does it mean like banana phone or?
I don't know.
Because banana phone's a thing.
Banana phone?
Well, I mean, it's not electronic.
Air Todd's He's coming with the silliness.
Yeah. Down to 33.
That's where we've been, bud.
No, we were up there for a little bit, but chime in, guys. Ask a question. Oh, Apple Computer AirPods says.
I know. I know.
That's what
I
I
know.
meant. See what a little patience gets you, man. This thing's starting to look really dope.
Who, my painting?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm always patient.
I think what I see a lot in most artwork, just in general, and I'm guilty of it myself, is wanting to crank out a whole piece in one session.
Yeah.
One quick session. Not having the patience to sit there and
Work on it.
really work on it.
Just got to add that contrast, yo.
Mm-hmm. You gotta build it. You really are building something.
Yeah. This is one session. I started this tonight.
Yeah, yeah. We're 6 hours in.
Are we really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's midnight.
Is it midnight?
Local time, yeah.
Uh-oh, we just hit midnight, kids. It's midnight. This is what happens when you're an artist, though. You can afford to just stay up because that's what you do. That's what you do.
I don't know if I should read this one.
Uh-oh, we got a dirty one?
No, just with the whole...
Oh, is it political?
No, it's polarizing. It's funny. It's your channel, I'll let you decide.
Oh, no, that's not polarizing.
Alright, okay.
Have at it.
Hey man, you can't be too careful nowadays. You're American when you go to the bathroom, and you're American when you come out. But do you know what you are when you're in the bathroom?
European.
European.
That's good. You can do that one.
Alright.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh, this is a good question. What's been the most confronting tattoo you've done on someone? Either the person or the tattoo theme?
So my themes have never been too bad. I've been asked to do some dumb shit, but I never do it. Because when I say dumb, I don't mean like the idea is stupid. I mean like it's hurtful. Like prejudice or racist or something like that. And I don't do those types of tattoos. But I have done a tattoo on some people that were absolutely out of their mind, batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And those are sometimes hard to get through because their craziness sometimes gets the better of you and you want to kick them out.
Yeah.
But you don't kick them out until you do kick them out, and then things get really awkward because you have a half-finished tattoo on somebody who's nuts. Yeah.
So, you know, I tattooed in a different environment than you did. One of the best ones I ever did was I got to cover up a swastika tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a big one. it did not. It was not his beliefs. He got caught up in some stuff, made mistakes. He wound up in prison. He was white, so he had to conform to that.
Yeah, I guess to survive in prison
to
life or
survive
something.
in prison. And so he had to get a swastika tattoo on his leg. It was big. It was about 4 inches or so. And I covered it up for him. The problem with it was that since I was the one that did it, I could always see the swastika,
Oh yeah.
but nobody else could. So I covered it up.
Yeah, I would do that for free. If somebody came in with a
I-
swastika
yeah.
tattoo and they wanted me to cover it up,
I didn't charge him.
yeah.
I did not charge him. And then I had a crazy girl, older lady, want me to put a vagina or a butterfly on her vagina, and I straight turned that down. I was like, nope.
So I haven't had many people ask me for some crazy stuff like that.
That's probably the craziest you can go is like genital tattoos.
So I think Dustin's coming at us with some more.
Not everybody. Just because you're a tattoo artist, you don't want to do that, you know?
Yeah, I don't do offensive tattoos.
Yeah.
Period.
Or tattoos in questionable parts of the body.
Yeah. All right.
So let's try to go in order. Steve McCready, do you have a favorite clear for Createx?
So my favorite one that I use as far as mixing with my paint, I use the 40-30 Balancing Clear. Now for top coats, Createx has an excellent line. Now this is if it's not automotive. If it's automotive, then 2K Clear is a lot of times is better. But this UVLS Clear, this is 40-50 Gloss. It's an excellent clear for on top. You can get it flat, gloss, satin, whatever. That's the clear that I use. So, in a simple answer is this one. Right here. And you can spray that through a paint gun, no problem.
You have to thin it through a paint gun?
You thin it with a mixing cup, but you spray it through a paint gun.
What do you thin it to?
I don't know. You have to read the...
Oh, it's labeled?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it...
Got directions. There you go.
Yeah, it comes with directions.
Read the constructions.
Yeah.
Man, Dustin, here we go. My wife tried to unlatch our daughter's car seat with one hand and said, "How do one-armed mothers do it?" Without missing a beat, I replied, "Single-handedly."
Okay. Thank you, Dustin.
Keep them coming, man.
Single-handedly.
Single-handedly. That reminds me of that one. How do you get a one-armed Aggie to fall out of a tree?
How?
You wave.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Dude, that's a blonde joke that somebody added to the
They
Aggies.
just said Aggie, yeah.
Yeah. See, he's from Texas, so he's referring to A&M. In Oklahoma, you're talking about OSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much any blonde joke ever. Oh, hey, here's a blonde one. You know why the blonde got kicked out of the M&M factory?
Why?
She threw away all the W's.
Oh, got it. All right. Any how many blondes does it take to screw in a light bulb jokes?
Oh no. Oh no.
That's like one of the first jokes I can remember hearing. But I
Yeah.
still don't remember the punchline. What's the punchline to that? How many blondes does it take to screw in a light bulb? Is there a punchline?
Oh, I'm sure there is, but I can't think.
I don't
of it.
remember. That was
There's
I do
probably, like several.
that was one of the first jokes I ever heard. And I remember going like, "It's just hair." Like, why do blondes got it so bad? I was too young to understand that blondes are dumb. No,
Not all.
not all.
Just most.
I was blonde at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was blonde as a kid, then I turned brown.
I was blonde as a kid, and then I had hair, and then I grew up and lost all that hair, and it
Yeah.
turned brown. And now it's going gray.
Faith likes to point out if I have a gray hair. I'm like, thanks, Faith. Thank you.
You have such a, as a man, you have such a hair journey.
Why is that? Because
Well, at least I do, not you.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me specifically.
No, as a man, just
Men have a journey in hair. You can't get used to what you got.
some certainly can,
It's gonna change on you.
but a lot of men, like, wait, I used to have hair, I have a lot less now.
We're getting there, fellas. We're getting there.
Starting to really tie the room together.
Yeah. So everyone kept asking, am I going to sell artwork? If you all want this, make an offer. I don't know. If I have a good enough offer, maybe I'll think about it. I have never really thought to sell anything before. Most of my stuff has always been commissions.
Sell tattoos every day.
Oh, yeah. But those are all commissions, man.
Oh yeah, true. Just think, come here to sunny Florida and get a original Ryan and take it with you everywhere.
Everywhere you go, you have Ryan with you.
Chug a beer, fellas.
I've been sipping on one beer for this whole time.
But it's a very potent one.
It is. It's definitely there. All right, everyone. What do you think? Should I keep going? It's getting late here. We're at what time is it around the viewership world? We're at 12:13 a.m. here.
That's good. Eric Todd, I was starting to worry about you, man.
Why is that?
He said it looked like he had a mop on his head. He's 47. He says, not drunk. It just looks like he has a mop. Ah, man, Dustin. If you see a robbery at an Apple store, does that make you an eyewitness?
Oh, da 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 da. Yeah.
Man. This guy.
You think I'll be able to do art galleries when they know that I like live stream and do dad jokes during my live stream? How are you supposed to be pretentious?
Maybe it's performance art.
Yeah.
The only way to be pretentious in an art gallery, I think, is to like overprice your stuff, like your ball of yarn or whatever,
There's a million ways to be pretentious in an art gallery.
and then just be completely unknown, but charge $3,000 for your artwork.
Yeah.
I've been in art galleries, and I don't understand it. As an artist, I'm not into that side of art.
Yeah. Is this cool yet?
Still got I'm looking at delay. Yeah, you still got some blue shift up at the very top. Those finger waves up there.
These guys up here?
Very top. Yeah. Take care of that. It will tie it together, and it is cool. And you got some blue shift in the finger waves in the bottom right as well.
These guys down here?
The tips of them, yeah. It's crazy how much more it shows up on a screen. I think they need your wash technique.
What do you mean?
When you said this is what I call this, I do my wash.
Oh yeah, hitting it with the orange.
Yeah, to kind of just tone it all to the same tone.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Because that's what I'm seeing on the screen. You can really notice that.
You see the blue a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to like overcompensate for it too much.
Can I show you what I'm?
Oh no, I can see it. I got eyes, brah. I sees it. It's just if I start like really kicking it back, it's because I work transparent.
Yeah, I know. Oh, we got a guy in Fort Lauderdale who's got 20 people watching you on the 70-inch TV.
Stop it.
Word.
Do you really? 20 people watching me on a giant TV? That's disgusting. I probably look like an idiot.
We need 20 more likes.
My dumb old face up on a big screen.
Everybody pull that phone out of your pocket.
Everybody, Ryan's up on screen. Let's just laugh at this
Go
jackass.
ahead and give us a like. It's the least you can do. There, guys, 2:14 in the afternoon. How the
2:14 in the afternoon. Wow. They must be on the opposite end of the planet.
Man, maybe another planet. I don't even know how time works.
What is time? Time is relative.
Time is relative. Jesse's wondering if you've ever thought about engraving.
I've messed with it before, but
That's a whole other,
yeah.
man, that's another ball game. I've tried it too, but you gotta buy tools and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Air Todd's in San Diego.
Sandy, a whale's
The-
vagina.
Whale's vagina. So Steve McCready's saying the blue shift makes it pop on his screen. He says it looks cool.
Well, Steve McCready is law. So, Faith. I called you Faith.
I'm not Faith.
You're not Faith.
You gotta have faith.
Faith's probably upstairs right now, like, he does that all the time. I promise you guys, this is my only beer. So if you think I'm getting drunk, you're wrong. But I will as soon as this stream is over. Go catch a last call or something. I guess it's Sunday. There is no last calls.
We're past last call for Sunday.
That's all right.
Gas station's open.
Party of one.
Y'all don't have weird blue laws here, do you?
What is this?
Blue laws, like where they stop selling beer at weird times because it's a certain day.
I don't know. Ever since I've been here, I've been working, so I haven't had time to like really pay attention to those types of things.
I'm gonna be really sad if they won't sell me a beer.
Oh, I know it's Florida, and they don't really have many laws comparatively to other states. Super lenient up in Florida.
Yeah, they are pretty relaxed about it. Not Texas. You're lucky to buy beer on Sunday.
Is it popping, guys? Is it popping yet? Does it look good? I can't tell. I've been in it this whole time. I haven't taken a break from it. Oh, I still got this dude I need to futz with. You know when you want something to look finished, you just got to burn the edges. Just do a little bit of this.
I think midnight was a cutoff, dude.
Cut off for what?
Beer.
Not next door. See how you burn the edges? Makes everything pop more.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
That's a little industry secret there.
Really nice.
See that little guy? Push him back. Push him back. I like it if it's all sketchy too, because it makes it look like I drew it. I don't like when my stuff is so clean. Well, I mean, I do like it when it's that clean, but sometimes I like it to look like I drew it, you know? Not like if it's too like perfect, too worked.
Yeah. Here's Dustin with another one.
Uh-oh, Dustin's back.
Told my son I was named after Thomas Jefferson. He said, "But Dad, your name is Brian." I said, "I know, but I was named after Thomas Jefferson."
That's such a stupid. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it was so worth it. Air Todd asked if you have stairs in the shop to go to the apartment.
Yes.
Well, technically they're outside.
To go to where everyone else is enjoying themselves?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. But the apartment, Faith and I aren't staying in the apartment anymore because we like to live in our trailer. We have an RV that we enjoy.
Oh man, Steve McCready bringing the heat.
Uh-oh.
I tell my son dad jokes, but he doesn't like me talking about his mom.
Oh.
I like that one.
Do you guys think it's cool leaving it kind of sketchy like this? You know how I am about like kind of like making all my stuff look, you know, overly finished, I suppose is the word. Overworked. Is that correct?
Jesse's saying the people he's with are asking when you normally stream.
Right now, Sunday nights, and then
What's your schedule?
my schedule. Well, right now it's on Sundays. We're trying to add Fridays, but I do tattoos. I do tattoos for the normal, week. And I work 6 days a week doing that, and it only really leaves Sundays so I can stream, but we are trying to add Fridays. So the more people join in and hang out with us, the more we can afford to continue to stream. But for right now, I can only really stream for Sundays, but we are working on it. What do you guys think? Is this cool yet? Did I make a cool painting yet? Jesse says for sure looks good. Thank you. Well, if anyone wants this, it will be for purchase. I don't know how much because I don't really sell my paintings too often. Or at all.
Maybe a silent auction? Can you do that some way?
Probably a silent auction of some
Through
sort.
Comments or not comments, but PMs or something?
Yeah, you guys can do a PM if you wanted or something like that. Some kind of silent auction, I guess. I've never thought about it before. I mean, I guess I've thought about it. Usually people are asking me, they're like, hey, are you selling that? And I'm like, not really, I just kind of painted it.
What's the address for your Patreon?
It is, if you go to patreon.com, I think it's /Ryan Townsend, you'll find me. And the Patreon, if you just donate the $5, you're basically just supporting what we're doing, and you get access to one of my full-length tutorials. And if you donate $10, then you get, you get some one-on-one. So I do these streams. So this is our have fun and paint party stream, but I actually do a more serious stream where I answer questions and I actually teach airbrushing, and that's the $10 tier and beyond. So, yeah. So I actually do real teaching through there. So it's not just a demonstration. I try to be more in depth.
And it's a great way to stay in shape.
Yeah.
You gotta, I don't want to say it too loud, but you gotta watch those top waves just a little bit, man. They're kind of muddy.
Oh, I know.
I know you know.
Let's make Brady happy. He doesn't like our
It's
waves.
time to do it now, Ryan.
They're not muddy. What they are is transparent.
Yes.
Yes. And so what you have to do is build them all the way back up to full white, and then you put the color on top, and then they will look correct.
And that's why you're the pro.
Brady's picking on me today, calling me out.
That's what I do, man. I don't know any other way. Puffy's suggesting to add some skin texture to make the character pop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So in this style, my question would be: do you think there's a reason not to?
To add skin texture, because I'm kind of thinking of it more as a tattoo, and as a tattoo, you kind of simplify that kind of stuff. But you can sit there and dot it like this.
But also, I'm just thinking like to be true with the traditional style. Is that something that?
Oh, I'm not true with the traditional style because I'm doing it with an airbrush.
True.
But like adding like little like dots like this kind of adds a little bit of texture,
Yeah.
which, you know, you can totally do that. I used to do like these kind of things, these little squiggles. And this definitely adds a lot of texture doing this kind of thing. Then you want smooth eyeballs.
Dustin again.
Uh-oh.
How many blondes does it take to screw in a light bulb? 1,001. One to hold the light bulb and 1,000 to turn the house.
That's the joke. That's the one. He was listening earlier. That's the one.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways to do skin texture. I fear that if I were to start doing a lot of heavy skin texture now, I'd have to do it through the whole piece. So what I can do is like insinuate it in certain places, like little lip texture and different things like that. Just give it some little like highlights and whatnot. Because in the end, we're trying to make this a piece that, you know, you can finish in a day. You can actually use some of that color shift to your advantage if you're trying to make like a hardcore pop. Like something stand off of the canvas a lot. Get that full saturation up in there. Get that full saturation up in there. What'd you say?
Nothing. That was it for me.
That was a dad joke, was what that was.
That wasn't for anyone else but me.
He had to sing it low so you guys wouldn't hear it.
It was a Post Malone thing, and
You only call me saturation, was it?
yeah. You know the song "Congratulations"? It was a,
Oh, now you're saying.
now they only say the saturation. You have to know the song. Not everybody likes Post Malone.
Who doesn't like Post Malone?
I don't know, purists.
No.
Maybe, I don't know.
I think everybody can get with some Post Malone. You might hate his style of music,
Dude, I
but you like Post Malone,
I
though.
got 2 subs in the trunk of my car, and I bump Post Malone all the time.
I actually don't listen to his music at all. I just like him.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
You know he's from Texas?
I knew. I got friends of his that are friends of mine.
I think he's from like Grand Prairie or something like that.
I know friends of his, no big deal.
But he's a young cat too, you know.
Yeah, I know. Because the friends of mine that are friends of his are young cats.
Yeah.
Very young cats.
But he's a cool guy. And he puts out some decent music. He also did a collab with Ozzy Osbourne, so
That was kind of silly.
yeah, but who could be lucky enough to do that?
I mean, I ain't a Post hater. I'm not a Post Malone hater. I don't particularly like his music,
I
but
do. Some.
Only some though.
I ain't no hater though.
Only some. I'm not a big. I'm not a huge R&B. It's not even really R&B. Just hip hop or whatever you want to call it.
Tiger says he calls them custard eyes. What does it say?
Custard eyes. Elaborate, Tiger.
Oh, Air Todd was talking to you.
Oh, I didn't read. I'm sorry. I've been
He
talking.
says if you keep running your mouth, I'm just gonna hand you the airbrush.
I don't know what he means by that.
What he means is shut your yapper. Let's see you do it. Let's see you do it then.
Duly noted. It would be a sad attempt.
All right, Brady, come on. Let's see you do it.
I know it needs to be done. I just don't know how to do it.
Brady knows everything. I'm open to interpretation. I ain't too proud. I ain't too proud to listen. I just go like this. I'm like, oh, more work. Right.
We've done it so much, man.
All right, I'll add more work to it.
When I'm around you, I don't hesitate to critique.
I'll work harder. Don't worry about it.
You do the same thing to me, too, though.
Yeah, except I'm right all the time. So.
Yeah, well, me too, so.
Yeah. I only say congratulations.
Yeah.
Are we there yet?
What is... Gavin Hank says, what is brush? Were we talking about brush? Were you doing the brushing technique? Oh, when you were washing out the edges.
Is he talking about my washout? Oh, I was just...
The edges. You were doing the brush on the edge to...
You talking about over here?
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. I'm not
That's
sure.
just... I burn the edges is what I call it.
Burn.
Burn them.
Maybe, well then I might be wrong. We might have said something else. Air Todd wants to play with reducing the Createx black illustration paint.
I always do, but I never use straight black. I always tint it one way or another. So it doesn't look too like dirty or whatever.
You mean add some red or some blue?
Blues depends on what color or family I'm kind of playing with, you know.
You're talking like a drop or two?
Yeah, just to shift it around.
Wants us to drop a Patreon link in the description.
Patreon link?
In the description so somebody can click on it.
Oh yeah, I'll do that, no problem. Well, later. I mean, I'm painting right now, but. Yeah, it's just Ryan Townsend, patreon.com / Ryan Townsend. You should be able to find it pretty easily. Right now, we're trying to make Brady happy. He wants.
You know that's important.
It ain't done till Brady says it's done. See, Brady's on vacation, so he gets his way.
Right. With everything but the weather.
Yeah.
And, well, yeah, mostly the weather. Yeah. I got told I couldn't even fly home on the return flight that I booked.
Yeah.
Because of the hurricane.
That hurricane put a stop to that. All right, I'm gonna shift it around again.
Thanks, buddy.
Make Brady happy. I gotta fix my transparency because if it's even a little transparent, so we gotta come in here, make sure it's covered.
Jesse's asking if you, I think maybe asking. He says thanks. I think you changed the name of this channel.
Yeah. Faith changed it. We changed it because I opened a new tattoo studio. The name of my tattoo studio is Eden's Edge Tattoo. And we're trying to make sure that all of our brands kind of stay in the same family. And I used to be Berserk Custom Paint. That's when I worked for my dad. And now we're Eden's Edge Tattoo. And that's our company that Faith and I own. And yeah, that's why we changed the name.
You gotta make it a franchise.
Yeah. And Eden's Edge Tattoo is also Eden's Edge. We're going to probably make it Eden's Edge Studio or something like that so it can include our airbrush work as well. And Faith's artwork and, you know, all the things that we do here. Because we are multifaceted.
So Dustin, you know what the pirate said on his 80th birthday?
No, what'd he say?
Aye, matey.
Dustin is at it, man. How much should I make it pop? Should I make it like really pop? Like get obnoxious with it? Like,
I mean, over-exaggeration is not always a bad thing.
should I just get like dumb with it and just like highlight everything?
Well, isn't that what
No.
what a lot of people would do on a tattoo?
Not me, man.
I know, not you. That's why I said that. You would not.
I need some opaque white to really kill it, to really like
Yeah.
end it.
Really just fucking pop them out.
Yeah, just hit him hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that would, because you got quite a bit of contrast in there.
Yeah, no big deal. Got a lot of contrast, you know. That's what I do. Had that contrast in there.
Contrast is pretty much my favorite color.
Yeah. All right. Let's knock it back a little. Let's knock it back. Just mute her out. Just mute her out. Let's get some contrast in that background there. That's the Texas, Oklahoma coming out of me now. Let's go home. Go on. Mute her out.
Get her on out there.
That's how it'd be if I was doing this in Oklahoma, like around the people I grew up with. Now, Ryan, go on, kick that back. Can't have all that brightness going on.
Just get back. Don't be scared.
just
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Just mute her out. Get on up there.
Yeah, right in there like that.
Get on in there like that. There you go.
Like that right there.
That Hannya mask ain't gonna paint itself.
Just go ahead with some little paint right like this.
Right like this. Just go ahead and take that, and just blend her on back. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Walk it back.
Just walk it on back. Get her blended. Just make it subtle. Keep it soft. Keep it soft. There you go. Blend her on back. Just like that.
Looking at your website, how long did the St. Michael tattoo take?
St. Michael tattoo. That was 3 sessions. 3 sessions at about. We did a first session was a 2-day session. And the second session was a 1-day session, and we did it in California. He actually, we started it in Texas and we finished it in California, and it was a lot of hours. Not sure exactly how many. I charge a day rate, so I don't count the hours. I just charge by the day, and I do as much work as I can in a day. So, yeah, I think it was 3 sessions though.
So were you on the road the whole time, or?
No, we started it in Texas, and then we were in California, and he wanted to come do a session there, so we did it.
Man, that's a hell of a guy.
I got a lot of clients like that, dude.
That's awesome.
Shit, son. I got a lot of clients that follow me around.
You can come all the way.
Should I have done that? Did it need all that, Freckles?
Well,
I mean, I can even it out and make sure I did it like totally.
personally, I can't see them from here, and I'm not seeing them on
on screen,
That's all right. I'm adding freckles anyway, regardless of your opinion.
you might be overthinking. Oh yeah, there they are.
There they are.
Yeah, no, I mean that, you know, it's detail. It's something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that right there is how creativity works.
Creativity.
You just dive balls deep, man, and
You just get on up in there. It's like, Ryan, add some freckles. Boom, 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 boom.
forget who it was that asked that earlier, but that's what you do. You just do something.
And then pretend you totally planned that
Yeah,
out.
totally meant to do that.
Yep, that was premeditated.
Yep, you missed it. Totally nailed it.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that works, dude.
This ain't done till it's done, fool. It ain't done till it's done. Burn the edges. Burn them. Burn them. Burn them. Burn them.
I have a.
Uh-oh. Brady's about to complicate things.
No, I'm not. No, nothing with your artwork. But I'm worried about the time. I'm thinking I want to walk to the gas station and see if they'll sell me some beer.
Now Brady's worried about the time.
Before it gets too late.
All right,
It's
guys.
12:45 now. So,
12:45.
what do you think?
I think it's time.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna go do that.
All right, guys. We're going to kill the stream. I think I finished it. What do you think? Did I finish it?
No.
Oh, stop it, Brady.
The top wave over the head is still grayed out.
What is it supposed to look like?
It doesn't match the same tone. It's got the.
It don't have to match.
It's got the blue thing.
It can pop off. It ain't blue. Are your eyes broken?
No, they're not.
I think Brady's eyes are broken. They don't have to match.
Okay. Hey, it's your piece, bro.
We ain't after perfection.
Who am I?
This shit ain't supposed to be perfect, dude.
I'm just a guy reading comments.
They're like, yeah, Ryan better do something about that blue shit. He's gonna have to get up in
No,
there.
they're like, Ryan better do something about that Brady guy.
If Ryan don't fix that blue shift, I don't know, man. That thing ain't gonna survive. Look, I left sketch lines and everything in it, man.
Well,
You just got no one to say when.
it looks pretty clean on the feed here.
Let's see. Let me see if I can center it. Oh, it needs dots, man.
Hey, what time do they stop selling beer on Sunday? I'm afraid we've already missed our deadline.
Dots, 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 dots.
Oh, those aren't showing up on screen. There we go. That's a nice touch.
Dots, 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 dots.
Google that everything's set up.
Done. I'm calling it done. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Let's see. We can read some more comments. What book did I say I picked up earlier with the drawings? There is no name on it. There's nothing in English. But it does look like this. If you go on eBay or Amazon. Is this upside down?
Yeah. Every time.
Yeah. This is the book. I do not know anything about it. It doesn't have any English on it.
It was on. He said it was on eBay, and he searched in Japanese tattoo reference.
I see what
or
you're talking about now. See, when I look at the
ideas.
screen, Brady, I see other things that I did not see
Well,
before.
it's not like that in real life, but it translates on screen.
Yeah, it's because the screen is kind of messing with it.
Well, you have a different white balance on screen. It might even just be the camera we're using.
Look at that. The screen is going and messing with us. This will frame really well. It'll look good. We don't need all that Yeah. That's all right. All right, yeah, that's the book. Let's see. Looks good.
On a surfboard. That'd be cool. Do a custom surfboard, airbrush.
Yeah.
That might be a thing now that you're in Florida.
Let me see if I can flatten it out to the
You know? Yeah, that'd be
camera
Whole,
so everybody can see it how it is.
there's like a gallery show and everyone comes in surfboards.
All right, everybody. Thank you for stopping in. We are gonna go try to get Brady some beer.
Cool. Oh yeah, it's all me. It's
Yeah.
all me.
Thanks, Jesse. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Put your work up in the shop and price.
Take it easy.